Hey,
Miss Paul, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
Feel like I'm off to a really rough start on Zoom today. Okay.
So, Your Honor, we can actually work around the issue if I don't know if you were made aware. There's some cases due to a miscommunication that were not worked up and filed down. I'm doing the filing of those cases now. If you can address the top half of the calendar, those are Ms. Githiea's cases, and that will allow me time to finish filing these cases down so we can do the add-on calendar.
All right. And courtroom two, first half would be 1 through 17.
Yes, that
Something
should
like that.
cover, I believe, almost all of Miss Githiea's cases while I finish this.
Okay. Um, I'm just waiting on courtroom two to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Judge Law. We're about to begin with our first appearance calendar, misdemeanor calendar with the State Court of Fulton County. If you are a family member, a witness here in support or against a defendant, if you are the alleged victim, please switch your video off and mute your screen. Switch your video off and mute your screen. You can reactivate your Zoom when the defendant whom you're interested in addressing is on screen. But if you are not an attorney, switch your video off and mute your screen. All right. Good afternoon. Again, my name is Judge Law, and this is going to be the first appearance misdemeanor calendar, also called the state expedited accusation cases. These are individuals who were recently arrested and booked at the Fulton County Jail. After being booked in, their cases have been formally accused by the Solicitor General of Fulton County. When I address each of your cases, I will let you know what is your new case number, who is going to be your appointed counsel, what are the charges that have been brought in the accusation against you, and to set a bond. Some of you may qualify for what we call a signature bond, in which you would not have to pay for the bond today, but you would have to comply with the conditions. Failure to comply will result in your signature bond being revoked. Otherwise, you may receive what we call a surety bond or a cash bond, in which case, in order to secure release, you would have to obtain your bond by paying either a bonding company or out of your own pocket. When I address each and every one of your cases, please remember these two very important rights. The first one is your right to remain silent. Anything that you choose to say during the course of this virtual proceeding, your statements, especially about your case, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. Proceeding is not only being live streamed, but it's also being recorded. So if you have anything to say, please say that in confidence with your attorney. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. The deputy in courtroom 2, I'm not sure who there is, but good afternoon, Mr. McLean. Is the deputy there?
Yes, Smingledorf.
Oh, hello, good afternoon. Due to current circumstances, if we can address positions 1 through 17, and then we will take up the bottom half of the calendar very shortly.
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Your
I
Honor,
would say good afternoon, Judge Law. If we could start with position number 2.
All right, well, I can
Yes.
only pretty please the deputy in courtroom 2, and then I've already taken up one favor, so let's see how it feels. Deputy, is position 2 available?
yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Your Honor, I have an announcement on Farizos from Wednesday.
All right, you have to refresh my memory. Is that position 5?
That is 12.
12, okay.
Your Honor set a bond for him, but he had been reset several times. So Your Honor wanted to have some visual observation from an attorney. And I went to see him. I spoke to him. He told me about his education and his job. So we're going to do a waiver of presence and a regular hearing at the end of the calendar.
All right, thank you.
Also, Your Honor, we have a Spanish translator case, Ramirez, and so I'll run over to courtroom number 1, do that on Zoom if we have a Spanish translator.
Okay, that would be Miss Falk's case, and she will join us as soon as she's available. Okay, Deputy, we are ready with the first case, position 2, if available.
Yes, Your Honor.
And who's representing Akins? Who's counsel for Kaylin Akins? Ms. Tucker, would that be you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Good afternoon, and my name is Judge Law. Mr. Kaylin Akins, you've got a accused case, theft by shoplifting, from July 16th of this year, accusation 25 CR 5534E. You've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
20. He has a bench warrant, 2025 failure to appear. He on probation for trespass, open shoplifting in Superior Court. On probation for felony obstruction in Superior Court.
All right. Ms. Githia, what's your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, it is, the state is requesting a $1,000 surety bond. Officer Curry was dispatched to Target located at 375 18th Street Northwest in reference to a bicycle that was stolen on July 16th of this year. Upon arrival, he spoke with the person who called, Devon Trayor, who stated that on July 16th, the defendant entered the Target about 2:00 p.m. and walked to where the bicycles were located. He selected a silver Schwinn 24-inch Ranger, 24-inch Ranger, and rode the bicycle throughout the store towards the exit. Once he got near the exit at approximately 2:05, he got off the bicycle. He walked down the stairs, carrying the bicycle down the steps, crossed the last point of sale at that Target, and was seen wearing a blue shirt, blue jeans, and sneakers, and a black hat, walking out with the bicycle. And there's video footage of that incident as well. The state is requesting a $1,000 surety to stay away from the incident location and a theft prevention class.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Atkins is a 33-year-old Atlanta native. He's completed some college. He's, however, currently not employed. He's been attending accountability court classes every day. And he said that he was getting to the step where he will be able to do employment soon.
Okay.
He does have a 13-year-old son that he helps support. So we're asking for the lowest bond that the court will allow in this matter. He wouldn't be able to make bond on the $1,000 surety bond as of now. So we are asking for the lowest bond.
On the theft by shoplifting, that's going to be a $100 cash bond only. And he's to stay away from the Target at 375 18th Street in Atlanta, Georgia. And he's to stay away from all Target stores in Fulton County, Georgia. Our next court date is going to be, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, Miss Grace? Or Miss Champion?
9/25, Judge.
Thank you. The next court date is September 25th at 9 a.m. and it will be a virtual proceeding. So if anybody wants to attend, they'll need to get the Zoom link from the clerk's office. Thank you.
And I'm sorry, Your Honor, what you said, to stay away from all Targets, the incident location?
The incident location as well as all Target stores in Fulton County.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, his FTA disqualifies him from a signature bond. All right, let me see. Francois, good afternoon. We are addressing cases positions 1 through 17 at the present time.
Good afternoon, Judge. You kind of went in and out. I just have a quick announcement for Ms. Tucker. She still needs to interview 2 people here at ACDC.
Yes, ma'am, I'm aware. I just got off the phone with courtroom 2, so I have to call you when they're not calling my cases.
Okay, so you're
All
still
right, so
interviewing?
Francois,
is
she
what
will
you're
call
saying?
you as soon. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll hold on with the interview. Mr. Haley, who's your client?
Good afternoon, Judge. I have Miss Barrios Luna, a female at the Fulton, I guess, ADC.
All
I don't
right,
know what number she is.
let me see. Miss Deputy Francois, do you have position 5, Luna Izuari Barrios Luna?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, repeat the name again. It's kind of going in and out.
I am so sorry. Barrios Luna.
Okay, I have a Spanish interpreter case. I'm not sure. Her last name is Ramirez Sanchez, but the
No,
other name that she put it, I don't. If you could say the name again one more time, Judge.
position 5. Barrios Luna. That's the last name. The first name begins with I.
Itsiwari.
There we go. And Mr. Haley, do you know if there's a language barrier?
I believe it's some English, but I mean, I speak Spanish, but
Can you sound out for your client in Spanish?
Señora Barrios Luna, ¿estás allá en la sala? Itsiwari? Señora Itsiwari?
Okay, she said, yeah, she's not over here.
Okay.
And no one's responding in courtroom 2, so we'll hold.
Your Honor, it's my understanding she may be over here. Somebody went to go check real quick.
Okay, thank you.
Judge.
So we'll, Mr. Haley, if you'll mute your screen until your client appears. Quaisha, please switch your video off at the present time. And Mr. Murphy, who's your client?
Position 3, Miss Armstrong. She should be at ACDC.
Tracy Armstrong?
Yes, Judge, and if you could can also read their rights. Thank you, Judge.
Will do. Thank you. All right. Good afternoon, ladies. My name is Judge Law, and we will be addressing your new cases for which you've been arrested. Please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court about the circumstances or facts of your case, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. This virtual proceeding is not only being recorded, but also live streamed. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Miss Tracy Armstrong is accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence from September 10th of 2025, and her accusation number is 25 CR 5511B. Miss Armstrong, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Dennis Murphy. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Second, 2021, possession of a Schedule 2, possession of marijuana, dismissed.
Miss Githia, any objection? What's your recommendation? Excuse me.
$2,000 surety bond, Your Honor. On September 10th, 2025, officers responded to a dispute call at 796 Forest Circle. When the officer arrived at that location, he spoke with the defendant, who stated that while she was at work, she noticed on her camera that her niece, the victim, Miss Rihanna Shaw, was in her driveway doing some questionable activities. And so the defendant then went home. She approached her niece in her room at that time and asked her about the situation. She stated that her niece had responded that I'm not going anywhere, and proceeded to jump out of the bed. And the defendant stated once the victim jumped out of the bed that she came towards her, and the defendant proceeded to grab a fan and she hit the victim with the fan. Then she backed out of the room. The defendant went on to state that the victim followed her and kicked the bookshelf, and her son then came and grabbed the victim. The officer then spoke with the victim, Ms. Shaw, who stated that while she was in her room sleeping, she was awoken by the defendant. I'm sorry, I do apologize. She was in her room sleeping, and once she woke up, she called someone to come pick her up from that location. After a while, she received a call from her aunt, the defendant, stating, "Why is someone in my driveway?" and assumed that the victim was doing something inappropriate.
Yeah, I've read the warrant. Do you know if Rihanna Shaw is still living in the property?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Githia. I've read the warrant, and what I'm going to do is set a 2,500 signature bond on the battery family violence and 500 on simple battery. This is going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. Ms. Armstrong, you can sign up for your bond, but you'll have to comply with these conditions. No further contact with Rihanna Shaw. You're allowed a one-time visit to the property. Well, actually,
Judge, she owns.
understood. As long as Ms. Shaw has vacated the premises, then Ms. Akins can return to the property at 796 Forest Circle in Southeast Atlanta. Please keep in mind that as long as Ms. Shaw has vacated the property, if she has not, speak to your attorney on how to have her removed from the property by a legal process, and then you can return to the property. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. You report to pretrial once a month, and you are to undertake 2 anger awareness classes with pretrial services. Your next court date will be sent to the Forest Circle address unless you are temporarily displaced. Then make sure we have your new address at all times. Thank you.
What's that amount?
3,000 total, 2,500 and 500.
No contact?
No contact with Rihanna Shaw.
I got the level 1.
Thank
Okay.
you, Judge.
All right. Courtroom 2, who do we have?
Position 10, Miss Evans.
Miss Evans. Okay. And Mr. Hudson, who's your client?
Yana, good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. I got Marquell Hurd.
Okay.
Mr. Hurd.
Okay. All right. Got it. Thank
I
you.
don't know what position he is, but I know I just spoke to him.
How do you spell his name? Last name?
Heard. Heard.
All right, he may be on an add-on calendar, so hang tight. We'll try to get to him, okay? All right, Miss Morgan Evans is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property in case number 25 CR 5519Y. Ms. Evans, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Miss Tucker? Is it Miss Tucker? Or Mr. McLean? Mr. McLean, do you represent Miss Evans?
No, it's Ms.
No, Your
Tucker.
Honor.
All righty.
It's
To
the
start,
first arrest.
okay.
Miss Tucker is still interviewing
There
over
she
here at
is.
ACDC.
All right. We have her? Okay. Miss Tucker, we are addressing your client Morgan Evans with a first arrest, and this is criminal trespass causing damage to property. What's the bond recommendation from the state?
$2,500 surety bond, Your Honor.
Okay.
On September 9th, at approximately 11:52 p.m., officers were dispatched to 303 Spelman Street,
I'm gonna be here
Northwest.
all day.
Hang
At least
on,
about
Miss,
2
just a
hours.
second. Just a second. I'm so sorry. Thank
Lo-
you. Sorry about that, Ms. Gathia. Go ahead.
No problem. Located in Atlanta regarding a domestic dispute. When they arrived at that location, they heard a young female yelling and talking loud inside the residence. The officer then made contact with the victim, Miss Valerie Hope Evans, who stated that her mother, the defendant, Morgan Evans, and she got into a dispute. She had told her daughter that her boyfriend had to leave, which caused the argument. After telling the victim that her boyfriend had to leave, she got upset and started to argue. She got upset and started to argue with her stepfather.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I do apologize. At this point, Miss Morgan then broke a piece of wood from the stair handle. She also broke two windows and a plastic burglar front door as well as a result of this argument.
All right. And do you know if the alleged victim, Valeria Hope Morgan, I think that Hope Evans is going to be here? Valeria Evans, are you present?
So I did contact Miss Evans for her to join the Zoom, considering Miss Morgan Evans is 17-year-old minor. I just sent her the Zoom link, so she did say she's going to join. I'm not sure if the state has spoke to her prior, but she didn't have the Zoom link.
I'm just looking through the notes.
Yep. I need mom to appear to see if she'll co-sign or whether she has another relative who can co-sign.
Right. That's why I sent her the link, which it was just moments before the hearing started, so I'm not sure if she's joined just yet.
Okay. We will wait on Miss Morgan Evans. Sorry, Deputy, I need her mother here or a relative. Otherwise, it'll have to be a surety bond.
Yeah, she's signing on now.
Okay. Oh, Miss Lucia, thank you for being here. Mr. McLean, Mr. McLean, I will need to place, is your Spanish-speaking client ready to speak and go into a breakout? Unmute courtroom 2.
Mira Sanchez is the last name, and she is at ACDC.
All right. Mr. McLean, you'll need to, I don't know how to do this as a breakout because you need to be on your own.
Right, I'll go
Right.
to courtroom number 1.
All right, let us know when you're there because we have Miss Lucia only till 3 p.m.
Okay.
All right. And Mr. Haley, I hope your client appears very soon so I can place you in a breakout as well. Miss Lucia, we have 2 individuals who will need to be consulted before we can proceed. All right, DC, I'm going to put you into a breakout as soon as Mr. McLean gets into courtroom 1, and then we'll place Miss Lucia, Mr. McLean, and ACDC into a breakout. Okay, courtroom 2, may I have another case for Miss Tucker?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Before we do that, is Valerie Evans here on Zoom? You need to unmute and start your video. Valerie Evans. Mm. All right. I don't think she either knows or she's not at the screen. So Valerie Evans. All right, we'll come back to her. Deputy, we can take the next case. We'll put.
I had one question.
Yeah.
On the pull sheet, I have a Batista Leon, and he's Spanish speaking, but he's not on the calendar. So I wasn't sure if he's going to be on the add-on or so maybe you can get him interviewed with McLean as well if he
All
is.
right, we'll try that as soon as Mr. McLean gets to courtroom 1, but still need to check with the prosecutor as to whether they're proceeding with that case or why it's.
Batista Leon, Your Honor,
Yeah.
is position 4 on the calendar.
Oh, he
I'm
is?
not sure why he doesn't see it on the calendar. It is position 4.
Yes, he is. It's
You're right.
Jose Batista
I'm
Leon. Yeah.
sorry. You're
No
right.
worries. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So courtroom 2, until Miss Evans decides to join us, we'll have to move on to the next case.
Yes, Your Honor. We can go to position 17, Miss Kennard.
Okay.
You better.
And Miss Tucker, if you are communicado with Miss Valerie Evans, please let her know she needs to join the Zoom, unmute, and start the video, okay? Perlia Kennard, K-Y-N-A-R-D, is accusation 25 CR 5536C. She's accused of 2 counts of simple battery family violence from August 19th of this year. Ms. Kennard, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Any priors with Ms. Kennard?
4. She got an open trespass, damage to property. It's 25 CR 000322C. I think it's the same victim too. 2021 Act stalking dismissed. 2017 battery DV dismissed.
All right. Ms. Githia?
And that's a jail bond too.
Understood.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking on this a case of 5,000 surety bond. Ms. Kennard is currently out on a bond order involving the same victim, in which she was not to have any contact with the victim and to stay away at the incident location. This bond order was given back in January of this year. And on August 17th of this year, the defendant made contact with the victim, Michael Brown. They share a child together, and he stated that she assaulted him.
Okay.
I do apologize, Your Honor. The defendant went to the residence, the victim's residence, and they got into a dispute. And during the argument, she pulled his hair and also struck him in the head. And the officer did not observe any visible bruising or abrasions. But again, this defendant was already on a bond, was not to have any contact at all with this victim and to stay away from the location. She had violated the bond.
Well, that's the father of a child, and they're supposed to do third-party transfer, right?
Correct. That's also
Okay.
that's also correct, Your Honor.
Understood. Thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Kennard is 26 years of age. She's lived in the Atlanta area for the last 8 years. She does have an associate's degree. She's currently enrolled in school getting a bachelor's in business administration. She is employed at the Hard Rock Cafe as a bartender and waitress, and she is the primary caregiver for her 5-year-old son. We have no objections to a stay away from the incident location, as well as no contact with the victim. I believe the issue was that with co-parenting, scheduling pickups and drop-offs was how she ended up making contact. She does only have 4 cycles on her history, so due to her limited history and no failure to appears, we are asking for the lowest bond that the court will set in this matter, and if appropriate, a signature bond.
All right. And is Michael Brown on Zoom? I don't know who some of these individuals are, but let's proceed. On the battery family violence, count 1, that's going to be 1,500. Count 2 is going to be 1,000. This is going to be a 2,500 surety bond. The next court date is going to be September 25th. No further contact with Michael Brown. And if you didn't understand it the last time, let me repeat. You are to stay 200 yards away from him. That's the length of 2 football fields. You are not to communicate with him in any way, form, or manner, including any kind of shared parenting plan. The only way he communicates about any shared parenting plan is through a third party. But you yourself cannot communicate with him in any way, form, or manner, and you definitely cannot be seen anywhere near him, even if he apparently has your phone or any other property. Your next court date is September 25th, and we're going to address both your cases, which is going to be the present case as well as 25 CR 000-322C. Thank you. Oh, and the other thing is, if you do make bond, you'll be required to enroll in a domestic violence intervention program. And that's going to be a series of 24 classes that you will have to attend and complete. Since you have to enroll within 30 days of being released, so it'll be within the next 6 to 7 months. And once you have completed the DVIP program, you will have to file your certificate of completion with the court in this case within 7 months from today. Thank you.
Your Honor, we can go to position 8, Mr. Doxey.
Okay. And if you will have Mr. Dotson present there, seated there, I will address him very shortly. That was position 8, Davarian Doxey. In the meantime, Valerie Evans, can you please unmute your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Miss Evans, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We have your daughter, Morgan Evans, in jail, and the state is recommending a $5,000 surety bond in which you would have to pay anywhere from $500 to $750 in order to bond out. On the other hand, she may possibly qualify for a release bond where she won't have to pay, but someone will need to co-sign the bond, and I'll need to know where she will be living. Do you have any information on that?
Yes, I'm a mother. She'll be living at home.
She'll be living with you?
Yes.
And you're comfortable with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And what's the name of this boyfriend that wasn't supposed to be in the house?
All I know his name is MJ. I don't know his full name.
MJ. Any relation to a famous MJ?
I don't know.
All right. Thank you. On Miss Morgan Evans, position number 10, her bond is going to be set at $5,000, and it's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services level 2. She will have a curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day. She is to have no physical or verbal altercations with her mom, Valerie Hope Evans, and she'll need to continue attending school or continue with a GED program to finish high school. She is not to have any guests over at her mother's house unless her mother gives express permission to do so. If she's not happy with that arrangement, when she turns 18, she can decide what she wants to do. And if she moves out, she'll need to let us know her new address. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. That's it. And Miss Evans, you'll need to put your email in the chat.
I'm not
You know how to do it? Okay.
I have Miss Evans' email. I'll be able to send her the consent form.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. And then once you have it, please make sure you send it to Mr. Tucson Howard.
No, Judge, that doesn't go to me.
Where does it go?
It goes to intake.
All right, then send it to Miss Melissa Grace, okay?
Will they tell me on the email where to send it to?
Miss Tucker will advise you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Miss Evans.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Miss Evans.
Okay, so can I ask a question? So you said she having a signature bond because I don't have any money. You said
it's a signature bond, which means that she has to comply with the conditions. If she violates the conditions, she'll be brought back to jail and she'll need to bring $5,000 with her the next time.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to Davarian Doxy, position number 8.
So I
Mr.
can leave?
Yep, you may. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Doxy's case is 25 CR 5518G. He is accused of driving while license suspended or revoked, driving without a valid license, and not turning on your headlights when required. Always the first signal to have a car pulled over. September 9th, 2025 is the incident date. Mr. Doxy, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Any priors, Mr. Howard? I'm sorry. Oh, all right. Ms. Githia, would you happen to have his GCIC?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm showing a April 2021 weapons offense, carrying a concealed weapon. This is in Michigan with no disposition. A November 2021 weapons offense, carrying concealed weapon, also in Michigan, no disposition.
Seems to be a Michigan resident, isn't he?
Yes.
All right,
And a
appreciate it.
February 2023 traffic offense, also in Michigan with no disposition.
Oh,
And he
okay,
has
good.
a September 2021 FTA in Nebraska.
Okay, thank you. Miss, and what's your bond recommendation for these charges?
$1,100 surety bond, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Tucker, any comment?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Doxy is 22 years of age. He's actually attempting to relocate to the Atlanta area. That is why he was here. He had a interview at the Wendy's on Old National the day after he was arrested. So he has been attempting to gain employment as well as housing in the Atlanta area. Let's see. Sorry, we are requesting a signature bond on his behalf due to limited criminal history. He has not had a recent FTA in the last 4 years, and he was actually approved for pretrial release level 1. So we are requesting a signature bond on his behalf.
All right.
And
On the
yeah,
drive,
I didn't say this earlier that his license was suspended as of March 23rd, 2024. So the state is asking that he, as a part of the conditions, no driving without a valid license, valid registration, and valid insurance.
all right. On the driving while license suspended or revoked, that was going to be $1,000 surety bond. On count 2 is going to be a 500 signature bond through the jail, and failure to have your headlights on is going to be a 500 signature bond through the jail. This is a $2,000 split bond. No driving unless he has a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration. Next court date is going to be September 25th? Yep. And if he makes bond, please be advised that he'll need to comply with the rules of the road, including driving with a valid driver's license. Welcome to Georgia. Next case.
Next is position 6, Mr. Blackman. No.
Javi Leo Blackman is accused of battery family violence and simple battery family violence from September 8th of this year. Mr. Blackman, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Mr. Howard, any priors?
Third arrest, 2017 hit and run conviction, 2015 no license on person conviction.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Githia?
The state is asking for a $2,000 surety bond, Your Honor. This incident was captured on the officer's body-worn camera. The officers were dispatched to 1934 Stanton Road in regards to a fight call. The defendant and the victim, DeJuan James, got into a dispute, which led, they got into a dispute over their niece. The defendant then pushed the victim, which then led to them having get into a wrestling match, Your Honor. There were 2 other witnesses in the home. They heard the dispute, but they did not see what happened.
Okay. Well, we must be running a special on boyfriends and nieces, but right now, Ms. Tucker, I'm going to grant a signature bond for the battery family violence. That's going to be $2,500, and the simple battery is going to be $1,500. This is going to be a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. Do I have, what was the partner's name? Was it
It is
James?
Dewan, D''Yuan, James.
James, okay. Dewan James, are you on Zoom? All right. Then at the present time, it'll be no further contact with Dewan James. Mr. Blackman, unfortunately, you will have to vacate the premises at 1934 Stanton Road in East Point, Georgia, until further order of the court. You're allowed a one-time visit to the location to retrieve your belongings, and that visit must be with a law enforcement officer. Within 30 days, you will advise the court of your new address. Within 30 days, you will also enroll in a domestic violence intervention program, attend and complete all classes, and submit the certificate to the pretrial officer. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Thank you.
Next is position 11, Mr. Ford.
Kwesi Martin Ford is accused of battery family violence from September 9th, case 25 CR 5520J. Mr. Ford, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Any priors?
Ford. Hold on, Judge. 11, 2024 failure to appear. 2022 resisting. Disorderly conduct. 2020 probation. It was for a robbery. The initial robbery happened in 2017. It was out of state.
Ms. Gathia?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is requesting a $2,500 surety bond on September 9th, 2025. The victim officers were dispatched to 1189 Hubbard Street in regards to a fight. The victim advised the officers that he was in a home with a friend when the defendant showed up to the house and started acting irrational, kicking and punching the door to the house. The victim stated that the defendant punched him in the mouth. The victim and the defendant do live together, and they've been living together about approximately 7 months. The state again is asking for $2,500 surety bond, no contact with the victim, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and an anger management.
Okay. I notice he's also got a Douglas County hold. Would that be correct, Mr. Howard?
I didn't note it. I mean, it could be correct
Yes,
if it's on
that
Odyssey.
is correct. He does. It is, yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Shauna. Mr. Ford is 28 years of age. He was able to provide me with the residential or mailing address rather. He's lived in the Atlanta area for 5 years now. We have no objections to no further contact as well as staying away from the incident location. We are asking for the lowest bond that the court will allow in this matter.
Okay. Tori King, are you present on Zoom? If you want to contribute, this is a time to unmute and start your video. Tori King. Mr. Ford, unfortunately, you didn't qualify for a signature bond because under the present law, based on your failure to appear in 2024, this precludes you from signature bond status. On the battery family violence, I am going to set a $2,500 surety bond. And if you do make bond, you would have to be released to any pending holds that you have at the time of posting bond. No further contact with Dory King. You are to stay away from the Hubbard location, 1189 Hubbard Street, Southwest Atlanta. And you are to provide a new address within 30 days of being released. If Mr. King has vacated the premises, then you can return to the property. Otherwise, until further order, you're to have no contact with Tory King. Next court date is September 25th. Thank you.
Your Honor, also, I do apologize. If Mr. King is still at that residence, we would ask for, whenever he's released, a one-time police escort to pick up his property as he was living there as well.
All right. Miss Grace, that will be a one-time visit with a police officer to either remove his personal property or to verify that the property has been vacated and then he can move in. One of the two. Thank you.
Your Honor, thank you so much for accommodating the state. We are ready to proceed on my cases. So however the courtroom 2 wants to call them, we're ready to go.
All right. Courtroom 2, who's next?
Position 16, Mr. Jemison.
Okay. I'm assuming that Mr. McLean is in a breakout with the Spanish interpreter, right? Because he's got 2 cases.
Yes, Your Honor. He's next door in courtroom 1.
Okay, and then we have Mr. Haley, who has his client who also needs a Spanish interpreter, and the clock is ticking on my interpreter. She needs to leave at 3 o'clock. So let's see. Brandon Jemison is accused of 2 counts of simple battery family violence from August 7th, 2025. Mr. Jemison, you be advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Any priors?
10, 2024, theft by receive and dismiss. 2015 and 16, probation.
Thank you. Ms. Tucker, excuse me, Ms. Githier?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is requesting a $15,000 surety bond.
I'm sorry, you said 15,000?
Yes, Your Honor. This
Okay.
has been an ongoing matter between the defendant and the ex-wife, which is not the victim. The daughter is the victim in this matter. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Your Honor. 5,000. I do apologize. 5,000. My apologies.
Okay.
This has been an ongoing matter between the defendant and the ex-wife. The victim is their daughter in this matter. On August 7th of 2025, Ms. Azari, who is the ex-wife of the defendant, stated that her husband, the ex-husband, the defendant, had came to her house unannounced as he normally would do. And I do apologize. He showed up at her house with two of their other sons that stayed with him. She has the 2 younger children. The 2 of them got into an argument, and he claimed to tell her that he needed to was talking to her about her parenting. During this argument, he had his 2 sons that stayed with him going to the house to get a younger sister. And once they got inside, Mrs. Azari stated that the defendant became belligerent, started yelling and cursing at their daughter, who was the victim in this matter, and he placed his hands on her shoulders, and he grabbed her and he pulled her around. So much so that he almost knocked her to the ground. He used such force. The officers then spoke with the daughter, and the daughter, India Rose Jemison, stated that they got into an argument because her father claimed that she hung up on him, and she told him that the phone had disconnected. He didn't believe her, and that's when he proceeded to grab her by her neck and her arms, and he dragged her around.
I'm trying to figure out if IJ is a minor. I can't remember.
Yes, she's a minor, Your Honor.
She's
Okay.
17
Yes.
years of age.
Okay, all right. And Ms. Tucker, do you know if there's a parenting plan in place?
He's shaking his head, yes.
Okay, I'm just assuming it's a court-ordered parenting plan, so I'm not
Yes,
going.
according to the divorce, from my understanding, Your Honor, he has the 2 oldest children and she has the 2 youngest. I don't know what the arrangement is with the custody, with visiting the daughter.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the state is requesting under these circumstances that he has no contact with the victim, to stay away from their incident location, to take a parenting class, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and an anger awareness.
All right, thank you. So Tucker, it's going to be a signature bond for pretrial, but there'll be conditions. Do you have anything to add?
That was going to be my request, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. On the simple battery each count, that's going to be 2,500. This is going to be a 5,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2, which means he reports to pretrial twice a week. Twice a month, I beg pardon. And he's to have no further contact with Lanisha Irazari, who is the ex-spouse, and he's to have no contact with the 17-year-old, I'm just going to give her initials, IJ. No contact at all. He is not to communicate with both of them either by phone, by email, through a third party, through social media, in person, or anyway, absolutely no contact. He will be enrolling in a domestic violence intervention program, and he will undertake those classes beginning within 30 days. It's 24 weeks of classes, and he will pay for those classes and complete those without missing or skipping any classes. He's not to consume any illegal drugs. He's not to consume any alcohol, and he will be subject to random screens by pretrial. Like I said, right now I'm going to suspend any court-ordered or informal parenting plan that he has with any of the children who are in Miss Irazari's custody, and that we'll take that up as we move further with this case. Thank you. Next court date will be sent to his current address, which I'm assuming is not 931 Fortress Avenue, because
No,
he'll be
Your Honor.
required,
No.
yeah, he'll be required to stay away from that location. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is position 13, Mr. Hall.
Okay. Let me just check with Miss Lucia. Miss Lucia, have you finished consulting with Mr. McLean on his 2 cases?
Judge, we have finished one case, which is the Ramirez Sanchez case. And if you can hear that case, Your Honor, then I will step away for a little bit, and then I'll come right back as soon as that other hearing is done.
Okay. Courtroom 2, please hold. And Miss Sanchez, is she at ACDC?
Yes, that's where she was.
All right. Sorry, Courtroom 2, I've got a time thing on Miss Lucia. ACDC and Mr. McLean, if you please come on. While we're waiting, Miss Lucia, may I place you under oath? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the translation you provide will be correct and without any changes or embellishments?
I do.
Thank you.
And Mr. McLean was in courtroom 1, Your Honor.
I know.
And which defendant is this?
Sanchez, she was at ACDC?
Jennifer Ramirez Sanchez?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, she is one of the add-ons. I have filed all the cases down, and Ms. Sanders should be coming out with the add-on calendar shortly, but I can go over the charges and what have you as needed.
Okay, thank you.
And Your Honor, Mr. McLean thought, I understand that he thought that Ms. Sanchez is his only case. So, like I said, as soon as we're done with this one, I'll step away, but I will be back as soon as possible, Your Honor.
That's quite all right, Ms. Falk. This is Francois. We are addressing Jennifer Ramirez Sanchez, please.
And I can give Your Honor the case number and the chart.
I've got it. The calendar's already uploaded. Okay.
Okay.
So, Ms. Lucia, let's begin. This is State versus Jennifer Ramirez Sanchez, accused of 2 counts of theft by shoplifting from April 6, 2025.
Este es el caso de la Fiscalía en contra de Jennifer Ramírez Sánchez. Está acusada de 2 cargos de hurto y robo que sucedieron el 6 de abril del 2025.
Ms. Ramirez Sanchez, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you.
Señora Ramírez Sánchez, usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio. Cualquier cosa que usted diga puede y será usada en contra suya en este caso. También tiene usted el derecho a tener un abogado. Si no puede costear un abogado se le dará a usted un abogado.
Presently, Ms. Ramirez Sanchez has a fugitive hold from Greenville, I think it's South Carolina. She's also got a hold by Cherokee County and Roswell PD.
Actualmente, la señora Ramírez Sánchez tiene una orden de retención de fugitiva desde Greenville, Carolina del Sur, y también tiene órdenes de detención de el condado de Cherokee y de la ciudad de Roswell.
Mr. Howard, anything else to add?
Y pregunta a la jueza si hay algo más que añadir a sus antecedentes.
You're muted, sir.
My bad. 7 total. 2025, 2022, 2021. Illegal alien charges. 2022 larceny conviction. And she has a fugitive hold.
Él indica que tiene en total 7 otros arrestos y cargos en el 2021, 2022, 2025. Uno de esos tiene que ver con entrada ilegal al país y otros por robo y los cargos de fugitivo.
Ms. Githia, what's the bond Ms. Falk, what's the bond recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. Just briefly, this happened April 6, 2025. The defendant entered Rec Room Shoes at 7671 North Point Parkway in Alpharetta.
Esta es la fiscal Falk hablando. Sí, su señoría, esto sucedió el 6 de abril del 2025. La acusada entró a la tienda de Rack Room Shoes en el 7671 del North Point Parkway.
The defendant took 3 boxes of shoes and departed the store. The shoes had a value of $436.92.
La acusada tomó 3 cajas de zapatos y salió de la tienda. Tenía con los zapatos un valor de $436.92.
The defendant on the same date entered a different Rack Room Shoes at 1125 Woodstock Road, Suite 580 in Roswell, and proceeded to commit the same offense, taking shoes with a value of $344.97 from that store.
La acusada hizo lo mismo en el 1125 de Woodstock Road, en la oficina, en el local 580 en Roswell, con un valor de $344.97, igual en zapatos.
The defendant was accompanied by 2 other individuals, and all 3 of them were arrested in Henry County.
La acusada estaba acompañada de otras 3 personas y todos fueron arrestados en el condado de Henry.
Video footage from both stores shows the defendant committing the offenses.
Videos de cámara de ambas tiendas indican a la acusada cometiendo ambos delitos.
The state is requesting a $5,000 surety bond.
La fiscalía está pidiendo una fianza asegurada de $5,000.
$2,500 on each count. Stay away from all Rack Room shoe stores. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Eso es 2,500 por cada una de las acusaciones. Una orden judicial de que permanezca lejos de toda tienda Rack Room Shoes y nada de consumo de drogas, alcohol o estupefacientes durante el periodo que esté en fianza.
We're also asking that the defendant have no contact with
Debbie
Guerrero Gonzalez, and that is it. Oh, and Christian Silva Henayo.
Okay.
Could you repeat that last name after Silva?
Slivahenao. Silva Henayo.
Yeah. Y también como parte judicial, como parte de la orden judicial, la fiscalía está pidiendo que no tenga más contacto con a una persona llamada Abby Guerrero González y Cristian Silva Eno.
That's all for the state.
Eso es todo de la fiscalía.
Mr. McLean, a response?
Your Honor, my client is a high school graduate and she works in the area of healthcare for disabled people. She was a caretaker for disabled people. Prior to that, her job history in the last 5 years has substantially included working for a cleaning service. We would ask the court, based on those two facts and what we've heard so far, would ask the court to consider a signature bond. And if a signature bond is not possible, we would ask the court to set a $1,000 to $1,500 surety bond that would better enable her to go see about these holds. She and I have discussed each hold. She knows what they are and what county they're from.
En cuanto a su abogado defensor, él indica que su señoría, esta es una persona que tiene una educación y que trabaja ayudando y cuidando a pacientes con incapacidades. Antes de eso, trabajó en limpieza durante 5 años. Lo que estamos pidiendo para ella el día de hoy es una fianza únicamente con la firma, no asegurada. Entonces, pero si es que no puede darle una fianza a su señoría solamente con la firma, si le puede dar una fianza de $1,500 o $1,500 asegurados. Yo he hablado con ella sobre las órdenes que existen para que la mantengan y la traspasen a otras entidades y ella comprende eso.
My bond is set based on the allegations set forth in the warrant.
Mi fianza está fijada basándome en las alegaciones que están en la orden de captura, en la orden de arresto.
The court's belief that the defendant may be part of a theft ring with serious chances of reoffending multiple times.
Y también es basado en que la acusada parece tal vez ser miembro de un grupo de robo que ha cometido este delito múltiples veces.
The defendant's lack of community ties.
El hecho de que la acusada no tiene ninguna rama a esta comunidad o no está unida a esta comunidad de ninguna forma.
And the multiple open cases she presently has.
Y los casos múltiples que tiene abiertos actualmente.
On each count is going to be $1,500, and that's going to be a cash bond only.
Y la fianza está fijada de la siguiente manera: para cada acusación, $1,500 únicamente en efectivo.
She's to stay away from all rack room shoe stores.
Orden judicial de que permanezca lejos de toda tienda Rack Room Shoes.
No contact with Mr. Gonzalez and Mr. Hernayo. I think I've already given their name spellings in the chat.
No puede tener ningún contacto con el señor González ni con el señor Silva Genao.
And if she makes bond, she may be released to any of her pending holds, including the extradition presently in place.
Y si es que ella logra pagar esa fianza, tiene que ser enviada a otras de las jurisdicciones, incluyendo donde le están esperando y le están buscando.
Her next court date is September 25th.
Septiembre 25 es su siguiente fecha de corte.
Thank you.
Gracias, eso es todo.
Miss Lucia, I will see you very soon. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Judge, I'm sorry, we do have the position 4 and 5 and a private attorney, but I don't know if we still need the Spanish speaker.
Miss Lucia is coming back. She's got another proceeding that she needs to appear, and then we're going to come back.
Okay, and Judge, what was the bond, the total bond?
3,000 cash bond only, 1,500 on each count.
Okay, thank you.
Next,
And Your Honor, if I may, I do apologize. I am feeling a little under the weather, and Deputy Falk has agreed to handle my cases. May I be excused, please?
Oh, definitely. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Rest up. See you next week. Okay, take care.
She did me a favor by knocking out some of them already, so it shouldn't be that many left.
Well, let's see. Courtroom 2, who do we have, please?
position 21, Ms. Mercer.
Okay. Denisha Mercer is accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence from September 12th of this year. Case number 25 CR 005533F. Ms. Mercer, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
2008, 2009, petty larceny. That's all.
All right. Ms. Falk, what's the recommendation for Ms. Mercer?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident actually was where the defendant struck her daughter with an open hand to the right side of her face. There was scratch marks and bleeding that the officers were able to observe. The daughter is, let's see, SB, and the daughter is 16 years of age at this time. SB did state she defended herself by pulling her mother's hair after she was struck. And during the altercation, the dog also intervened and bit the defendant. We do ask for a $5,000. Well, we're not going to ask for an amount. My apologies. We are going to ask for a signature bond through pretrial services. We are also going to ask for no further violent contact with SB, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, a parenting class, and anger management. We would like to sound for SB at this time if she is present, although she is a minor, and I'm not sure if she would be present on this proceeding. That's all for the state.
Thank you. She's not speaking. Mr. McLean, on the battery family violence is going to be 2,000. The simple battery family violence is going to be 1,000. This is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. No further violent contact with SB. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. And she will attend and complete one parenting class and 2 anger awareness classes with pretrial services. Her next court date will be sent to her current address. Thank you.
What's that total?
3,000 total.
Thank
2
you.
and 1. Level 1.
Next, Judge, I have the private attorney case. I do have position 4 and 5 here.
Okay. And who do we have? What's her name?
Barrios Luna.
Oh, okay. That's Mr. Haley's case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. And I don't have an interpreter.
Judge, we might be able to proceed because it's essentially no license case. I mean, I can waive.
Are you going to waive an interpreter at the present time?
Yes, Your Honor. I think it'd just be easier for all in light of the circumstances.
Ms. Falk, any objection?
I was not aware you could waive the defendant's
Well,
ability to understand the proceedings, so I would object.
You can, as long as it's the own defendant speaking with his or her counsel. But the only problem is you obviously won't know what his attorney is saying, what her attorney is saying.
No, I mean, that's understandable. Okay.
Sometimes it's just a question of expediency, but
No, I understand. But I have not seen it in 22 years, but sure, let's go for it.
oh, you should be around when Mr. Pack is around. He keeps waiving all the Korean interpreters for me. Okay, because no one can interpret as well as him. But in either event, Mr. Haley, please inform your client, Ms. Barrios Luna, that she is charged with driving without a valid license and following too closely from September 10th, 2025.
Señora Berrios, hay un cargo de manejando sin licencia y guiando demasiado a vecino. So dos cargos. ¿Entiendes? I can't hear her, but yes, she's indicating yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Barrios Luna, you must say yes or no in English or Spanish. We need to hear you.
Hazme a favor de, en voz alta, por favor. Gracias.
Yes.
There we go.
Your case number is 25 CR 5521D.
Your Honor, I apologize. 25 CR
005521D as in Denmark.
Okay. Tenemos un caso 25 CR 005521D. Es su número del caso.
You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to appointed counsel. Presently, your attorney is James Haley.
Tiene derecho de quedar en silencio y también tiene derecho de un abogado, pero yo soy su abogado. ¿Ok? ¿Está bien?
Mr. Howard, does she have any prior convictions or arrests?
Second arrest, 2016, illegal alien arrest. That's it.
Mr. Haley?
Judge, I'm obviously not aware of that. She's 25, so 2016, she would have been at a younger age, obviously.
I just wanted you to tell her that she has a prior
Okay,
arrest for
sorry.
illegal
Sí, sí.
alien entry.
Yes, Your Honor. So, hay un cargo en su pasado por entrado ilegalmente hace 6 años, 6 o 7 años. ¿Entiendes?
Sí.
Okay.
Hey, you got something different?
I
Oh,
would
no, but it was 9 years ago, not 6.
So
That's all.
hace 9 años.
Yeah.
So that would, yeah.
Ms. Falk, any objection to a signature bond through the jail?
No objection, Your Honor.
On count one, it's going to be one.
But wait, with the condition, she absolutely cannot drive.
Oh, that
She
is
has
it.
no license.
That
She's
is
not
a
here
given.
legally. Yeah.
That's a given. Mr. Haley, the bond on count one, driving without a valid license, is 1,000. Count two is 500. It is a 1,500 signature bond through the jail. And with the condition that she absolutely does not drive a single motor vehicle in the state of Georgia without a valid license, adequate insurance, and proper registration.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Señor Berrios, hay dos fianzas. El primero, cargo uno es $1,000, pero puede firmar. No necesita presentar la fianza. El segundo cargo es una fianza de $500 y lo mismo puede firmar con condiciones. No puede manejar sin licencia y también necesita seguranza si tiene una licencia y, Your Honor, no insurance and no, must have a license, no insurance y registration también. Necesita una placa legal también y registration. ¿Entiendes?
Sí.
Okay. Voy a hablar con Edgar y voy a hablar con ellos ahora. I'm just telling her, I'm letting her know her employer and her family, Your Honor. She does have
Okay.
extensive family in the area.
That's good. Make sure they drive for her.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Haley.
Thank you, Your
We
Honor.
will see you at the next court date. We will make sure your entry is in place.
Thank you. And now that we have the case number, yes, Your Honor.
All right, folks. Thank you.
Have a great day. May I be
You too.
excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Courtroom 2, who do we have, please?
I'm sorry.
Mr. Hurd.
I'm sorry, Judge. I don't mean to interrupt. Was that for 4 and 5? That was the total bond, 1,500 for 4 and 5?
No, those are two different. My
Four is
understanding of those are two different individuals.
Yes,
Number 5, I believe, was Ms. Barrios, Your Honor. Is that correct?
Right.
right. Position 4 is a different person.
Okay, sorry about that, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, courtroom 2, I have Mr. Hood, and he's on our add-on, I believe.
Yes, Your Honor. Position
Oh,
one, add-on.
Right. Is that Mr. Hudson's client?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Okay, so we have Marquel Hurd, accusation number 25 CR 0055488. Mr. Hurd, and let's
005.
get the case open. There we go. Accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence from July 22nd, 2025. Mr. Hurd, you have been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is Jacoby Hudson. Mr. Howard, do you have any priors on Mr. Hurd?
6 on probation for battery, 24 CR. Hold on. He should be off probation for that. It's 24 SC actually. But they left off a number, so don't worry about it. He's wanted out of DeKalb County for a family offense and a 2009 robbery arrest. That's it.
Thank you. Ms. Falk, what's the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to take a look at that 24SC case. Okay, so it is 24SC 006234. Defendant was convicted of battery on that case, and he was given, according to the disposition, he was sentenced to 12 months probation on that. I am just taking a look to see if it is the same victim in our current case. And actually that sentence was June 24th of 2025. So there's no reason he shouldn't still be on probation on that case, given that it just happened 3 months ago.
Shelly, they put 2024 for the dispo date on the PSA. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So no, he was just sentenced on that within the last 3 months. So he would still be on probation on that case. And in that case, the victim was Jasmine Jackson, who I believe is the same victim as our current case.
Yes, she is.
And in that order, Your Honor, from his sentence, there is let me just make sure it's complete a family violence intervention program, no violent contact with the victim. So, in this case, Your Honor, this incident happened July 22nd of 2025, so less than a month after he was sentenced to battery against Miss Jackson. Police were called out to 5555 Halsey Trace Southwest. Miss Jackson stated that her ex-boyfriend, the defendant, had come to collect the remainder of his belongings. While he was grabbing his belongings from the bedroom, he became upset about their recent separation. He began accusing her of infidelity, even though they were no longer together. She began ignoring him, and so he grabbed 2 cell phones off the bed and attempted to leave with them. He became more upset about her not reacting to him having her cell phones, and so he threw both phones at her face. She was actually struck in the face with the cell phones and sustained a swollen left eye and a gash under her left eye. And when he struck her in the face with them, he said, "Here, get your bitch ass phones." We are going to ask for a $5,000 cash bond. We are going to ask that he have no further contact with Miss Jasmine Jackson and stay away from 5555 Halsey Trace Southwest. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We are very concerned that less than a month after he was sentenced for battery, he battered her again. I think that very strongly makes a statement as to the Ayala factor of whether he is a danger to her and whether he has a likelihood of reoffending. That's all for the state. We would like to sound for Miss Jasmine Jackson at this time as she is here.
Jasmine Jackson, if you are present, you can unmute and start your video. Yes, Mr. Hudson.
Your Honor, I'm very familiar with this case with Miss Jackson. Your Honor, the original case, first of all, and thank you, Ms. Falk, for the rendition of the facts. Your Honor, the original case started with Judge Kevin Farmer in courtroom 4D. That was the sentencing judge. He admonished both of them at the time and told Ms. Jackson she was just as guilty as Mr. Herb, because the evidence came out that she provoked him, that she put her hands on him first. And so Judge informed him, both of them, that she should have been arrested. I think she was about to be arrested at the initial hearing when we just did plea hearing. However, I advised my client not to even talk to her again because she had told the courts that she didn't want to move forward with the charges and that she was basically admitted to judge that she was responsible for instigating it with him. However, Your Honor, my client, he was trying to go over there and vacate the premises and leave. That was his house. He actually pays the bills at the house. It came out that he pays the bills over there in South Fulton. Judge, I'm asking for a good and hold and you can see he's nodding in affirmative because Judge Farmer gave us like an hour spiel about this whole case. Judge, my client also, the hold in DeKalb County is for child support. Is nothing violent. My client does not have a violent history, Your Honor. He's not a convicted felon. I'm asking for a good bond, Judge. But Judge, my client needs a police escort, and I told him, and Judge Farmer actually got on him and told him to take the police over there the next time you go to vacate the premises. Apparently, he didn't do it. He went over there by himself. And Judge, I'm asking for a $3,500 good bond. Your Honor, I want him to go ahead and get through. And also, Your Honor, even though good bond, I do want some type of pretrial services monitoring him. He's not a violent person, Judge. He doesn't have any, I believe, felony convictions. He has that 2009 arrest, but he's not a convicted felon. And so, given that the Ayala factors clearly shows that an incident takes place between him and Ms. Jackson. Ms. Jackson even apologized to Judge Farmer for even putting him in a situation. But Judge, I think my client needs to learn accountability as well as Ms. Jackson. And Judge, I'm asking that you set a good bond. He still hasn't been convicted of anything. And if she was damaged in any way, Judge, the charges would have been elevated to aggravated assault, which they wasn't. It's battery. And Judge, I'm asking for a good bond so he can get to DeKalb County and we can litigate the matter. And I plan on this time, I advise him that we're going to move to get this case moved to a trial calendar because I believe in my client's innocence based on the facts that I'm familiar with the case.
On count one, it's going to be 2,500. On count two, that's going to be 1,500. Count one is going to be a 2,500 surety bond. Count two is, I'm so sorry, count two is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 3. No further contact with Jasmine Jackson. He is not allowed to return to 5555 Halsey Drive. I know in his disposition from the felony case where he was convicted of the misdemeanor offense, he was provided with no violent contact and that he's required to enroll in FVIP. Well, now because of this, he didn't listen to his attorney.
Absolutely.
He is back to square one. He is to have no further contact with Jasmine Jackson, stay 200 yards away from her, do not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. He will report to pretrial services once a week, and within 30 days of being released, he will, and resolving his hold in DeKalb, he will return to Fulton County and report to pretrial once a week. Within also 30 days of reporting to pretrial, he will begin his domestic violence classes as he's required to do so from his sentence, and now it'll be a condition of this bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons and no firearms. He will be subject to random screens. He's not allowed to consume any alcohol and any illegal drugs. His next court date is September 25th. Thank you.
Yeah, that'll be per judge.
Yeah, this is a split bond per judge.
Just
thank you, Your Honor.
again for me, please.
2,500 on the battery family violence surety and 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 3 on count 2.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you. We'll set and thank you, Ms. Falk, as well. Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, can he get a police escort to his house? Because that's actually his house.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I just said, I don't care whether he's left his toothbrush or his suitcase.
Yes.
Consider that as abandoned property. He's not allowed back to the property at all.
Thank you. You understand that, Mr. Hurd?
If he has a problem with that, then I'll just change it to a $5,000 cash bond.
No.
He can stay with us. We'll be glad to give him a toothbrush.
No, Judge, I don't believe he got thumbs up, Judge. He has no problem with that. And I informed him and I informed his dad that nobody can go back to that house, period. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Hudson, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Next case, please.
Next, Judge, I have position number 20, Madrono.
20? Okay. Francois, you know we have 7 add-on cases, all right? Just giving you a heads up.
Yes, I did receive it. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Zareha Anesa Medrano, case number 25 CR 005540B, is accused of 2 counts of battery from September 10th of this year. Ms. Medrano, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney will be Mr. McLean. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
No.
Okay. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. This happened on September 10th of 2025. And according to the warrants, the defendant in this case was in a physical altercation with the victim, who is Mahogany Jones. She punched her and scratched her, leaving punches and scratches on her face. They're both co-workers at Kipp Elementary School. And the argument began about why one of them was giving out the number of the other individual. The victim did have scratches to her face that the officers were able to observe. And let's see, Miss Medrano stated that after approaching Miss Jones, they began arguing and screaming. Miss Jones moved her hand out of her face, and then Miss Medrano said that caused her to throw a punch. So multiple witnesses witnessed this and stated that Miss Medrano, the defendant, started the fight, and that Miss Jones was only acting to defend herself. The defendant doesn't have.
I thought this had something to do with a dog.
She said, let's see. She said she had been receiving text messages and phone calls from people threatening her about the dog cage. So she believed that it was Miss Jones who gave out her number, which caused this to start.
Oh, okay.
Right. So the argument, yes, initially was over a dog cage, but what it was actually over was the allegation that she believed Miss Jones had given out her phone number, which resulted in people texting and calling and threatening her. So the state's recommendation on this is going to be a signature bond through pretrial services, no further contact with Miss Mahogany Jones, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, anger awareness. I'm not sure if she still has a job at the Kipp Elementary School, but if she does, she may return back there. She just needs to stay away from Miss Jones, who also works at that location. We would like to sound for Miss Mahogany Jones at this time, and that's all for the state.
Mahogany Jones, if you're on Zoom, this is the time to unmute and start your video. All right, Mr. McLean, is your client still employed at Kipp's Elementary?
I don't know. We can ask her directly if she knows. She might not know.
ACDC, please unmute. Ms. Medrano, are you still employed at Kipp's Elementary?
I'm not sure. I have to see.
She's not.
Understood. Thank you. On each count is going to be 1,500. It's going to be a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No further contact with Mahogany Jones. You're not to discuss Miss Jones at all, whether it be through social media, phone, computers, in person, through third parties, through mail, emails, and so forth. As far as you're concerned, she does not exist. You don't know her, and you're not to discuss her or divulge any information about her. If you violate this condition, you'll be back in jail. You are to stay away from the Kipp Elementary School, and if you verify independently that you are still employed with the school, then you will be required to tell the school that you are to stay 200 yards away from Miss Jones, so that either they put you on a different schedule or you're not allowed to go back to the school. Next court date will be sent to your current address. Thank you.
Judge, I did step away from the Zoom. What is the total bond?
1,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1 on each count, 3,000 total. No contact and stay away. Unless she has a job there.
It's level 1, Judge?
Correct.
Come on, Harvey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Courtroom 2, next case, please.
Position 14, Mr. Harvey.
Naquil Harvey is accused of terroristic threats and acts, a misdemeanor offense from July 24th of this year, case number 25 CR 5544Y. Mr. Harvey, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Any prize, Mr. Harvey?
27. Yeah, he got a lot going on. He wanted out of the cab, 2025 FTA, has a bench warrant. Got an open case out of the cab for simple battery. Open case in Fulton, 25 PI 002402. possession of a knife or firearm during the commission, ag assault, obstruction, false swearing, concealing not.
And that's plenty. Thank you. Ms. Falk, what's your recommendation for this particular incident?
Yes, Your Honor. This happened back in July with the victim, Miss Kiera Nicole Dickens. She
Mhm.
stated her live-in boyfriend had threatened to kill and hurt her badly. She had been confronting him about infidelity. She did record the threats, but the officer was only able to hear the recording that stated he would hurt her badly. She was unable to provide the one where he stated he would kill her. We just see if we've had an opportunity to speak with Miss Dickens or not. We did reach out to Miss Dickens, but did not have an opportunity to speak with her. We are going to ask for a $5,000 surety bond, no further contact with Kiera Dickens, stay away from the address at 1070 Bolton Road Northwest in Atlanta, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We would at this time like to sound for Miss Kiera Dickens, if she is present, would like to speak. That's all for the state.
I'm here. I don't know how to turn my camera on.
Well, that's a problem then. You need to turn your camera on in order to be addressed.
Oh,
Very good.
hello.
Okay, thank you. Miss, you are Miss Dickens?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Your
Oh.
other right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
How do you know Nikhil Harvey?
He's my ex-boyfriend.
Okay. And would you like contact with him?
I would. And I also wanted to drop because I never got any correspondence from this complaint I filed. So we had already had mediation, so I didn't want to move forward with the charge.
Where did you have mediation?
Me and him had mediation.
With whom?
With each other.
Well, that's a novel way. Okay. All right, mute your screen, please. Ms. Tucker, anything to add?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Harvey is 30 years of age. He's lived in the Atlanta area for a year. He does work. He does some gig work on using roadie, and he does help support one minor child. We would be asking that he be allowed to return to the incident location. The incident date, it took place July 24th, 2025. There has not been any further incidents reported. It is his residence. He does currently reside there. And he would like to have no further violent contact with the listed victim here. And as she stated, she would like to have contact as well. We're asking that you not order to stay away so that he's not displaced and homeless after this hearing. And we would just ask that the court set the lowest bond that you will allow in this matter.
Okay. Bond is set at $200 cash and no violent contact with Kiera Dickens, and he may go back and live with her if he wants to. No violent contact means that he cannot have any physical or verbal altercations with Miss Dickens. And if anger seems to pop in, he needs to turn around and leave the premises. Next court date is September 25th. And please note that you have a bench warrant. You also have an open case in DeKalb County as well as an open felony case. So you are certainly a very busy man. Thank you. Next case, please.
This is going to be add-on number 7, Worthen.
This will be the add-on. Where's my add-on calendar? There we go. Nyla Worthen, her case number is 25 CR 5554Y. Ms. Worthen, we have an accusation charging you with battery, family violence, and simple battery from September 10, 2025. You have been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Sorry, Mr. McLean.
First.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Falk?
So the defendant and her brother, who, sorry, the defendant and his sister. Well, no, I was right the first time. Defendant and her brother got into an argument about sandwiches from Jersey Mike, where the defendant was talking to her mother, and Mr. Worthen stated she had tone. The verbal argument then became physical, and the defendant pushed her brother and also began punching him and scratching him. Officers were able to observe a scratch on his face under his eye, and as well as scratches to the base of his neck. As you heard, they are siblings. We are going to agree to a signature bond through pretrial services. No further violent contact with Jaden Worthen. I'm not sure. They do live at that location, so we are going to sound for Mr. Worthen and see if he would like a stay away or if he would like to continue to live there with his sister. I know their mother also, I believe, lives at that location as well, so if she is present, we would like to hear from her as well. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and we're asking for anger awareness. We would like to sound at this time for Mr. Jaden Worthen or the mother of Nyla Worthen.
All right, I have a Rashawn Worthen. Miss, who could you lower your phone so we can see you from?
Okay.
All right, and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And Mr. Worthen, how are you related to Jaden?
I'm the father, not in Jaden Worthen.
I'm sorry?
I'm their father.
Both Jaden and
Yeah, Jaden and Nyla Worthen.
Nyla? Okay. And what would you like to tell us?
They're good kids, and I just think a sibling rivalry just automatically that got out of hand, and they were just emotional, and I think that we wouldn't have any further problems with them
Do you
in
live
the
in the
future.
same house with them at Putter Court?
No, I don't.
All right. Is the mom going to be here?
Yeah, she should be on the call because she gave me the information.
All right. Mrs. Worthen, are you present? All right, nothing. Thank you. On the battery family violence, that's going to be 2,000. The simple battery is going to be 1,000. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No further violent contact with Jaden Worthen. And she will need to attend and complete 4 anger awareness classes. Nyla, if I'm going to give you a signature bond, you won't have to pay for the bond today. But from now on, you have a court order that requires you to not have any future verbal or physical altercations with your brother or any immediate members of your family. If you don't think you can do that, well, then you'll need to find separate housing. Because if this thing had gotten any worse, you would be finding yourself sitting in jail for a significant period of time until you're able to make bond. Do you understand? Your next court date will be sent to your address at Putter's Court. Make sure you appear. Make sure you also report to pretrial services once a month. Thank you.
Donna, may I ask a question?
Yep.
Where do I pick her up from?
Fulton County Rice Street Jail in downtown Atlanta.
Okay, thank you so much.
And Your Honor, is it 3 or 4 anger awareness courses?
4.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to courtroom 2. Who do we have?
Add on 2, Mr. Matthews.
Rodriguez Matthews is accused of criminal trespass, case 25 CR 5549E. Mr. Matthews, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker, is it, Ms. Tucker? Yeah, okay. And any priors, Mr. Howard? Please unmute.
13. On probation for robbery, false imprisonment, cruelty in the first, simple assault, 14 SC 131364. on probation for simple assault trespass. It's 25 CR 004 090D. 2016 trespass, simple battery conviction. 14 escape conviction.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. And I just wanted to check something because I believe his last case was also at Georgia State University. Just want to make sure. The name is very familiar. So if I just may have a moment.
He took a plea soon after his first appearance, and he was required to stay away from Georgia State University.
I thought so. I think I was the one who actually handled his previous case.
On
So
July
this
21st, yeah.
This current case happened on September 10th, 2025 at about 10:49 p.m. The defendant was seen with continuously entering faculty members' classrooms during class hours. He had been given a GSU criminal trespass warning on February 15th of 2025. The officer did see the defendant on Decatur Street walking toward Peachtree, made contact with him, placed him under arrest. I will note that he had an ankle monitor, which I do not remember being a part of his probation for his newest case. However, he is on active probation with the Department of Community Supervision. We do ask, and the bond was, I'm not sure if there was a preset. Yes, there was a preset bond of $1,200 on this case. We're going to ask for that bond to be increased to $2,500 surety bond. Stay away from GSU property, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and that's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Matthews is 30 years of age. He was able to provide me with the mailing address for him. He's an Atlanta native, and he's completed a 10th grade education. I am going to be requesting a social worker visit for him. I do believe from our conversation there was indications of inmate issues. He told me that he was at Georgia State because he has classes there, that he's enrolled as a student. I did explain the stay away to him, and we have no objections to a stay away. He said he will, stay away from Georgia State property. So we are asking for $1,000 surety bond or the bond that was preset. We're asking that it not be increased.
Bond is set at $2,000. It is a surety bond. Stay away from all Georgia State University property. And Mr. Matthews, you no longer are enrolled at GSU. All your classes have been canceled. You'll remain at the Fulton County Jail until your next court date, September 25th, and will require a social worker visit. Thank you.
Number 15, Ms. Howard.
Shanquella Howard is accused of criminal trespass and possession and use of a drug-related object. Okay, I'm so sorry. Miss Lucia, we're gonna, just one second. Miss Champion or Miss Grace, can you switch off the video for Martha Tate? They arrived late, they don't know the instructions. Please switch off your video. Okay. Miss Lucia, you're waiting to speak to Mr. McLean. Who was your other case who needs a Spanish interpreter?
I don't have a second case.
Well, we had one.
Miss Tucker, did you have another one?
I believe the court, I'm sorry, I believe one of the deputies announced that one of my cases would need a.
Right, Jose Bautista Leon, position 4. I think that was the other individual.
All right, is he in courtroom 2?
Yes, Your Honor. They just went to courtroom 1, but I'm not sure if he's supposed to talk to Mr. McLean or Ms. Tucker.
He's going to talk to Miss Tucker. So Miss Tucker, we're going to put you into a breakout with Miss Lucia. And it looks like Mr. Batista Leon is already in courtroom 1. Ms. Champion, if you could place these 3 panels in a breakout, please.
Oh, well, the case that just called at ACDC Howard, that's also mine.
Okay, all right, just then give us a hold, please, and we will put you into a breakout very shortly. So Ms. Howard, as I said, is accused of criminal trespass and possession and use of a drug-related object. Her incident date is September 11th of this year, case 25 CR 5547G. Ms. Howard, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Any priors?
82 on probation, trespass 25 CR 004 208F. On probation for battery 24 CR 008 002E. On probation for ag assault.
Oh,
20.
that's good then. Thank you. Ms. Falk, what's your recommendation?
So the bond is currently set at $1,200, $600 per count. We ask that that bond remain as set, that she not go to the property at the Plaza Theater Complex at 1061 Ponce de Leon Avenue in Atlanta, and that she have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. She was on the property after being trespassed from that location and had a glass pipe on her person. That's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Howard is 36 years of age. She was able to provide me with a good mailing address. She is an Atlanta native. She's not currently employed, so she wouldn't be able to post a bond. So we would request a signature bond on her behalf. She has no objections to a stay away.
All right. On the criminal trespass is 800. On the possession and use of drug-related objects, 200. That's $1,000 surety bond to stay away from 1061 Ponce de Leon. And no illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And her next court date is September 25th. Thank you. All right. Let me go ahead and place Ms. Tucker, courtroom 1, and Ms. Lucia in a breakout room, please. Thank you. All right, the next few cases, if we can have Mr. McLean's clients, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Add-on 6, Mr. Woods.
All right. Kelvin Pierre Woods is accused of loitering and prowling from March 14th of 2025. His accusation is 25 CR 005553E. Mr. Woods, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors?
9 2023 probation, 17 DUI conviction, 17 probation, and a 2015 theft of service.
All right. And Ms. Falk, what's your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. On this one, the defendant was at Christian Brothers Automotive at 8630 Roswell Road on March 14th of 2025. He was observed rummaging through cars and opening unlocked vehicles after the business closed. It was at about 11 p.m. at night when he was doing this. He was identified when they were able to make contact with him at the Sunrise Senior Living Center where he was staying. He was asked about going in and out of those vehicles. He did initially deny it, but they were able to view the camera footage and see that it was the same individual. He was wearing the same backpack, found in the same area at the same time of night, and wearing the same hat as some other offenses that had happened in that area where he had been identified previously. We are asking the bond that's currently set on this. Let me just see if there is a bond currently set on this case. There is a $1,000 surety bond currently set on this. We ask that it remain the same, that he stay away from the address of 8630 Roswell Road, Sandy Springs, which is Christian Brothers Automotive, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. That's all for the state.
Mr. McLean, on the loitering and prowling is going to be a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. Stay away from the Christian Brothers Auto Store, 8630 Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. No illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. And if he doesn't report to court or if he gets arrested again, well, it's going to cost him $1,500. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Next is position 28, Mr. Smith.
DeJuan Smith, okay, is accused of willful obstruction of an officer from September 11, case 25 CR 5530B. You've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. McLean. So, Mr. McLean, your client's middle name is the same as his last name?
Well, let's see.
He got 6 total on probation, possession of a Schedule 2 out of
Okay.
Cobb, 2024 suspended license NOLO, 2024 suspended license conviction, 2022 DUI, possession of a Schedule 2. That's a conditional discharge.
All right. And do you know on this GCIC if he has the same middle and last name?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I
Ms.
have not the faintest.
All right.
So, Your Honor, and if it helps, his middle name, according to his GCIC, is Deshay. So the incident here happened on, let's see, September 11th, 2025 at 6700 McGinnis Ferry Road in Johns Creek. So officers had gone out there in regards to a fraud in progress at Delta Community Credit Union. The defendant was in the vehicle with a Black female who was a forgery suspect. She got out of the vehicle. She was told to get out of the vehicle. Then the defendant got out of the vehicle, went to the back of the vehicle, and appeared to put something under the car and put an object on the tire of the vehicle. And the officer had instructed them both to place their hands on the vehicle. The defendant was not listening to the instructions. The officer, he told the defendant to get his hands back up on the car. The defendant did not comply. And so at that point, he tried to place him in handcuffs. The defendant then tried to run, and the officer had to grapple him to the ground. He slipped away again, began to run from the officer again, and then he tripped, and the officer pushed him to the ground and held him down until additional unit. There is a $780 surety bond on this case. I'm just going to hazard a guess at what he was putting on the tire based on his previous history that includes current probation for a drug offense. We would ask that the defendant $780 surety bond remain in place, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and that's all for the state. Nothing further.
It's going to be a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1, and to stay away from 5700 McGinnis Ferry Road in Johns Creek, Georgia. He'll report to pretrial once a month, and if he gets arrested again, well, I'm sure Mr. McLean, you'll explain to him what happens.
Yes, thank you.
Number 27, Robert.
27. Sean Hunter Roberts, is he the gentleman at ACDC?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Roberts is accused of simple battery, family violence, and battery, family violence from September 11th of this year, case 25 CR 5529D. Mr. Roberts, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors?
Third, 2010 theft conviction. That's it.
Okay. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened with Marquisha Atkism. The incident happened at 925 Canterbury Road. She was in a verbal dispute with the defendant, her domestic partner. They live at the same address, and they've lived there for about 2 years. Miss Roberts was being accused of infidelity, and they then had a confrontation, and the defendant kicked the bedroom door, broke the TV, and struck Miss Atkism with a open palm, causing minor wounds to her face. Miss Atkism told the defendant, "You punched me." The defendant said, "Yes, I did." And the officer, she actually managed to record the incident on video, And the officer did hear when the defendant admitted to assaulting Miss Atkinson, and that was what led to the arrest. It looks like, and we did have an opportunity in this case to speak with the victim in this case. She stated that she did confirm the information in the police report as accurate. She said that they were in a relationship until this incident happened. She also stated there have been several prior incidents involving the defendant, though none were physical until this one. She said that during the incident, the defendant kicked her in her door, broke her television, physically struck her. She said her ears were ringing, her jaw was swollen, and there was a dark mark underneath her eye. She has filed a TPO. She does not want any further contact and wants a no contact and stay away order. She did say she will be here on Zoom, and she is also requesting the defendant take anger awareness classes and perhaps have an MH assessment. We are going to ask in this case for a $4,000 surety bond, $3,000 on the family violence battery, $1,000 on the family violence simple battery. No further contact with Miss Atkinson, Atkism, Marquisha is her first name. Stay away from the address listed earlier, which is going to be the 925 Canterbury Road address. That is an apartment building, so we are asking that she stay away from the entirety of that property. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and we're also going to ask for an FVIP. We would like to sound for Miss Atkinson at this time. That's all for the state.
She's there.
Ms. Atkinson, do you want to contribute to these proceedings? I'll need to place you under oath.
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, so according to what Ms. Falk has indicated, you would like to have no contact and for him to stay away, correct?
Yes.
All right, anything else that you'd like to add?
No, it's just progressed. The moments have progressed into now physical, so I just don't want to go any further.
Okay, thank you. Then please mute your screen. Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, he has substantial college credits in addition to high school, works at a tattoo parlor, and he's quite local. Got a 303 something something zip code. He's been in Georgia 7 years. Everything looks stable. He won't miss court. We would ask the court to consider a signature bond.
Okay. On the battery family violence, that's going to be a $2,000 surety bond. On the simple battery, that's going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. This is going to be a $4,000 split bond. No further contact with Marquisha Atkinson. He is to stay away from 925 Canterbury Road, apartment 1266. Actually, he has to stay away from the entire apartment complex. He's allowed a one-time visit to the apartment with a police officer. He must have a police officer with him. That visit cannot exceed 1 hour. And during that visit, he's allowed to retrieve his personal belongings. Within 30 days, he must update the court with his new mailing address, and it cannot be anywhere near Canterbury Road. He's also to enroll in a domestic violence intervention program within 30 days of being released, and he will attend and complete all 24 classes at his expense without missing or skipping those classes. Within 15 days, he will also undertake a behavioral health evaluation and submit to any treatment that's required. And that would have to be with any qualified healthcare provider. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no firearms. His next court date will be September 25th. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Atkinson.
Next is add-on, I'm sorry, not add-on, position 30. Mr. Tolbert.
Okay. Anthony Jeremiah Tolbert is accused of criminal trespass from July 2nd, 2025, case 25 CR 5531C. Mr. Tolbert, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any priors? Sorry, Mr. Howard, I didn't hear you.
43. He's been arrested in 10 different states. 2025 possession of drug-related object. 2023 petty theft conviction. 2023 burglary conviction. 2020 arson.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Ms. Folk?
Your Honor, he went to the Georgia State University Commons Building at 141 Piedmont Avenue Northeast. He was seen wearing all black when he entered that location. It was about 8:16 p.m. when he went there, and he was standing on the stairway attached to the parking deck. When the officers got his name and ran his information, they could not find any information on the defendant. They were able to advised that he was issued a criminal trespass warning on April 29th of 2025. We are going to ask for a $1,000 surety bond, no further stay away from Georgia State University property, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. I do not see an address for him on this warrant. I do not believe he has significant ties to this community. I do believe he is a risk of reoffense. That's all for the state.
Mr. McLean, has the social worker had a chance to speak with him?
I don't think so, not yet, Your Honor, but we could have that occur.
All right. Anything else to add, Mr. McLean?
Yes, Your Honor. He's a high school graduate and has done frame carpentry and other aspects of residential and commercial construction, rebar, et cetera. Your Honor, despite the lack of stable address at this time, he has shelters available and mail services available through First Presbyterian Church of Atlanta, for example, which is quite reliable. So there shouldn't be any reason for him to miss court. Considering when the other matters were, we would ask the court to consider a signature bond if possible.
Okay. I'm going to do a $25 cash bond to stay away from the Georgia State University property called the University Commons Building at 141 Piedmont Avenue in Northeast Atlanta. And if he's required to stay away from all GSU property in accordance with the criminal trespass warning, he should comply with that. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. His next court date is September 25th.
Your Honor, would you also like to add a social worker visit to that since he hasn't had one at this point?
I think that would be best. Thank you.
Thank you,
Social
Your
worker visit too. Thank you. All right. Ms. Tucker, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. When I was speaking with Mr. Leon, I saw in Odyssey that his bond has already been posted.
Oh, I did not know that.
It said it was posted today, so it may have been during the hearing. I'm not sure, but that's what it's showing me.
All right. Where is Jose Bautista Leon? Is he still in courtroom 1?
She logged off, so they probably took him back.
And Your Honor, he does have a hold on him that's going to prevent his release.
See that? Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
We'll need to address that. I don't see the posting of the bond, but he does have an ICE hold.
It does say cash bond posted when I went on to when I'm looking at the bond page on the jail screen, it does say posted cash bond.
Oh, that's what I'm seeing as well.
Okay. I see cash bond on by someone called Pons Luz, but I don't see a posting on the speeding, which is $600.
Oh.
Total bond is $2,100. So maybe
that is correct. It's only on the driving without a valid license. The state is willing to do a $600 signature bond on the speeding at this point, and release him to the ICE hold.
You mean a $600 signature bond through the jail?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's a speeding. It doesn't have. It's not bail restricted.
No, it's not. So, any objection to that, Ms. Tucker?
I have no objection to that. I would like to speak with him again if the officers could pull him. Not sure where he is. Just to
Okay.
make sure he's aware of the hold, but that I don't want to hold up the court proceeding. We could do that on the side.
All right, on position number 4, count 1, driving without a valid license, he's already posted bond, so he'll be released on that charge. On the speeding, it will be a $600 signature bond through the jail, and he'll be released to his pending ICE hold. I'm just going to reset position number 4 to September 25th, just in case ICE has not picked him up yet. Okay. Miss Lucia, if you don't mind, do you need to run?
No, Your Honor, I can hold on.
Okay, Deputy, if we can get Mr. Leon, Batista Leon on any screen, we'll just be able to let him know his current status. But we'll take the next case at courtroom 2.
Yes, Your Honor. Position 13, Mr. Hall.
This is State versus Jeremy Hall, accused of simple battery from September 11th, 2025, case 25 CR 5543J. Mr. Hall, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Michael McLean. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Third, 2010 battery, 08 domestic battery, resident of St. Louis.
Ms. Falk?
Yes. Mr. Howard, I'm assuming the domestic battery was out of St. Louis based on the phrasing.
Yes. Well, it was out of
Okay.
state. I'm assuming it was Missouri.
Okay. I appreciate it. So this incident happened with Cordery Hall. The defendant admitted to shoving Cordery Hall in the chest out of anger. And Cordery Hall also gave a statement to police letting them know that they were shoved by the defendant. He was an employee of the Palmetto Logistics Post Office, and this incident, to my understanding, happened at the post office between the two parties. And the defendant shoved I believe the employee is a gentleman, Mr. Cordery Hall, as he was advising and having the defendant fill out paperwork. And the defendant became argumentative, started using profanity, and shoved him. This is, I believe, let's see, trying to see, Your Honor, if there was a bond already preset on this. There was a $1,000 surety bond set on this case. What I am seeing shows his address is Missouri, so we do not believe he has sufficient ties with the community. We would ask that $1,000 surety bond remain as set. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Stay away from the 600 Palmetto Logistics Parkway in Palmetto, which is the Palmetto Logistics Post Office, and no further contact with Cordery Hall, CODRE. And we would like to sound for Mr. Hall if he is present.
Cordery Hall. And Mr. McLean, does your client live in Missouri?
This is my case, Your Honor.
Oh, Ms. Tucker, sorry. Does your client live in Missouri?
Yes, he is a Missouri resident. He drives trucks for a living, and he does have a consistent route that comes through here, going to Chicago, I believe he explained to me.
Okay, but that's good. That's all I need to know. It's going to be a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. He's to have no contact with Cordery Hall. That's CODRE, Hall, common spelling. I'm assuming they're not related. It's just a bizarre coinkydink. And he will continue with his profession, but he'll need to let his employer know that he cannot stop at the Palmetto Logistics Post Office. Somehow or another, they need to make that work. Next court date will be sent to his current address in Missouri, and he can appear via Zoom, or maybe he can stop by on one of his trucking routes. Thank you.
And Your Honor, I did misspell Mr. Cordery Hall's first name. It's CORDRE. Thank you.
Okay. You're correct. CORDRA. Yeah. Thank
No,
you.
it was my fault. I misspelled it the first time.
Okay.
Number 7, Brown.
Your Honor, we do have Mr. Bautista here. You want to
Okay.
make that brief announcement? Right.
Brett, thank you. I just need to let him know. Ms. Lucia, this is State versus Jose Bautista Leon, accused of driving without a valid license and speeding.
Este es el caso de la Fiscalía en contra del señor Bautista León con las acusaciones de manejar sin licencia de conducir y manejar en alta velocidad.
Apparently, someone has posted bond for you on the driving without a valid license.
Aparentemente alguien ya ha pagado la fianza suya en la acusación de manejar sin licencia de conducir.
And the bond on the speeding charge is a $600 signature bond through the jail.
Y la fianza para la acusación de manejar a alta velocidad es de $600, pero eso es nada más bajo su firma ahí en la cárcel.
This is still an open, active case, and you will be required to report to court in the future.
Este permanece siendo un caso abierto y activo. Necesita reportarse en el futuro al tribunal.
In the meantime, you're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration.
Mientras tanto, usted no puede conducir, manejar, si no tiene una licencia de conducir válida y si no tiene un carro registrado al día.
Unfortunately, you also still have an ICE hold, an immigration hold.
Lamentablemente, usted también tiene una orden de permanecer de ICE.
So this case is going to be reset to September 25th, pending a pickup by the immigration authorities.
Entonces, este caso va a ser puesto en un nuevo calendario el 25 de septiembre, porque está pendiente que vaya ICE a recogerlo a usted.
Thank you.
Gracias.
I believe that was the last case, Ms. Lucia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you. I'm sorry, Francois, who did you have?
Number 7, Brown.
Brown? Okay. Imani Brown is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property. Case number 25 CR 5542E. Ms. Brown, you've been advised of your right to remain silent. Your attorney is going to be Mr. Dennis Murphy. And any priors?
7. On probation in Gwinnett, trespass, possession of meth. 25, 24 failure to appears, 24 trespass conviction, another 24 trespass conviction.
Ms. Folk, what's your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. So there's a $1,300 preset surety bond. We're asking that remain as set, especially considering all her prior histories, criminal trespass, and she also has FTAs. This incident happened at the location of 369 McDaniel Street in Atlanta. It was a vacant apartment. The officers were called out by a security guard who said that the defendant had been living in 2 apartments for the last 2 weeks without permission. They did make contact with the defendant. She did admit to staying there illegally, saying she had nowhere else to go. The back doors of each of the units were damaged, and the regional manager weighed in and said he wanted to press charges due to the damage. We did speak to Mr. Parham, the regional manager. He confirmed the information was accurate and stated she had previously broken into the apartments and caused significant damage, including a broken door, broken window, and leaving the unit in disarray due to unauthorized occupancy and accumulation of personal objects. He does want to stay away and a no further contact in this case. We are asking that the bond remain as set. That's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes. Miss Brown is 27 years of age. She's lived in the Atlanta area for 4 years now. She has an associate's degree in general studies. However, she's not currently employed. She does raise a 2-year-old daughter who's currently staying with the dad, as Miss Brown is going through experiencing homelessness currently. She has no objections to staying away from the incident location. We would ask, if possible, she's able to return with a one-time police escort to pick up property at the location. And we are requesting, if appropriate, a signature bond on her behalf, if not the lowest bond the court will allow in this matter.
Right, unfortunately, her recent FTAs disqualify her from a signature bond. I'm going to go with the current set bond of $1,300. No contact with Joshua Parham. Stay away from 369 McDaniel Street, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not allowing any visits considering the alleged damage to the property. And her next court date is September 25th. Thank you.
Your Honor, may we also request a social worker visit between now and SAP?
Sure. For housing purposes, we can.
Yes, housing.
Okay. Thank you.
Judge, and that was 1,300 surety, correct?
Correct. All right, Miss Brown, you do have a right to remain silent. Anything you say about your case, your statements can and will be used against you. So if you want to waive your right to remain silent, that's up to you, but I don't think your attorney will be happy.
I have a question.
Do you have a legal question?
Yeah, so if I pay the $1,300, I can explain it. I will get out.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
If I pay the $1,300 surety bond, the $130 will I get out for 26?
If you post your bond, you will be released, but you'll need to make sure that you come back to court when summoned. As the 369 McDaniel Street is not your current address, you will need to provide us with a valid address of where to send you your notices. And you'll be required to stay away from that location. You're not even allowed to go back there to retrieve anything.
So I'm just trying to clarify. So I paid the $1,300 the surety bond, and I will be able to get out, and then I still have to stay up with the court date. So
Correct. And the conditions of the bond, yes.
okay.
All right, thank you.
Excuse me, Judge, can you give me the contact person information?
Joshua Parham,
Thank you.
and the location is 369 McDaniel Street, the entire complex.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Courtroom 2, who do we have?
Position 18, Mr. Lester.
Jabari Lester is accused of battery, family violence, 2 counts of this offense from July 7th of this year. His accusation is 25 CR 5537J. Mr. Lester, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Miss Tucker. Okay.
Or on probation, criminal attempt to commit a felony. 18 SC 158570. 2022 trespass conviction. He had a 2017 CWAC that was dismissed and a 2015 CWAC.
Okay.
Related type of charge anyway.
All right. Miss Folk?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just on this case. This happened on July 7th of 2025. The defendant struck Miss Tara Bickley in her face with a closed fist. There were bruises to her face and eye. He also squeezed her face. They were arguing over him not helping with paying the rent, and they were in danger of being evicted. And that was what the argument was about when he attacked her. After beating her, he did flee the location before police arrived. However, she did identify him from a photo and let the officers know that that was in fact the defendant. And just looks like Mr. Lester's was here for a criminal trespass about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and he's currently being held on no bond on this case. We would ask that a bond of $5,000 surety be set, $3,000 on the family violence battery, $2,000 on the family violence simple battery, especially given his history. He does have a lengthy history with multiple felony convictions. We are also asking that you have no further contact with the Tara Bickley, excuse me, Etarah, and that he stay away from her residence at 1126 Montreat Place in Atlanta, Georgia. At this time, we would like to sound for Miss Bickley, and that's all for the state.
Just to clarify, I've got 2 counts of battery family violence. Was one of them supposed to be reduced to simple battery?
No, Your Honor, I did misspeak. So that would be 3,000 on the first, 2,000 on the second, and the rest of the conditions would apply.
Okay. And Miss Bickley, I don't think, all right. Miss Tucker, this is your client, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. On each count of the battery family violence, that's going to be a $1,500 signature bond. So this is a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. He will report to pretrial services twice a month. Within 30 days, he will enroll and complete a domestic violence intervention program. That's a program with 24 classes where he will need to pay and complete them at his expense without missing or skipping any classes. He's to have no further contact with Miss Etarah Bickley, and he's required to stay away from 1126 Montreat Place, Atlanta, Georgia, from that entire location. He's not allowed a one-time visit. Within 30 days he'll also need to update the court with his current address, and which cannot be the Montreat Place. Report to pretrial twice a month. This is a level 2. And if he gets arrested again, or if he violates the condition of this bond, he'll be back in jail with either a no bond or a surety bond. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's that amount?
1,500 on each count, 3,000.
Good bond?
Sure, a pretrial.
What's the
Level
level?
2. No contact and stay away. No one-time visit.
And Your Honor, given the defendant's history, we are going to object to a signature bond.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, Judge.
Is that your client, Mr. Murphy?
Judge, I got position 23.
Okay. Francois, who do you have?
This is gonna be our add-on, position number 5, Ms. Kayla Ward.
Okay. And courtroom 2, do you have position 23 in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's do AC/DC, then I'll get to position 23. Okay. That was an add-on. And that was position 5, Kyla Ward, 25 CR 5552F. And that's the accusation number. Ms. Ward, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. She is accused of 1 count of theft by shoplifting and 1 count of willful obstruction of an officer. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Well, open obstruction, possession of a firearm during the commission, possession of a controlled substance, reckless conduct. Another open case, disorderly conduct, trespass, simple battery, obstruction. On probation, public drunk, obstruction, trespass. 25 CR 001 183F. 23 CR 004 062F. And reckless conduct. On probation in the cab for simple battery, disorderly conduct, simple battery against police. I got 2025 failure to appear.
Okay, thank you. And that's in the 001183F case. Okay. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. There is currently a $2,000 surety bond set on this case. We would ask that that bond be increased to a $4,000 surety given the FTAs and the open cases. In this particular case, she was at 844 Cleveland Avenue in East Point, the Walmart located at that location. She was shoplifting, had placed items into a black duffel bag and left without paying for those items. The items total was $7.99. When the officer attempted to place her under arrest, it looks like I just may have a moment. It looks like she attempted to flee from the officer and then wouldn't obey the lawful commands of the officer by putting her hands behind her back and being handcuffed. Normally, on a theft by shoplifting of a low value like this, I would not be asking for this high of a surety bond, but because she has so many open cases, she's a likelihood of reoffending, and because of the FTA, she's a likelihood of not appearing for court. We would also ask for a social worker visit as well as a stay away from the Walmart at that location, 844 Cleveland Avenue Southwest in East Point. That's all for the state.
Mr. Murphy?
I'm
sorry, Mr. McLean. I beg your pardon, Mr. McLean.
Thank you. Your Honor, she is local. She's been 10 years in Georgia, so she's very, very local now. She's got plenty of community contacts. She's got a 678 phone number. Her emergency number is a 678 phone number. Her address is 303 something or another. I just say blank blank. So it's an Atlanta address. She has been to high school. She works in a restaurant, and we would ask the court to consider the lowest possible bond. She was hoping for a signature bond, but I'm hearing about that FTA, which makes that not available, I'm afraid, unless the court finds some exception it could make. But she was hoping the court could figure out some kind of way for her to get out today, because she does have family to get to. If there's any way to do a low cash bond, that would work as well. But as low a bond as possible, Your Honor, if we can have that. Thank you.
On the theft by shoplifting, that's going to be $50 cash. On the willful obstruction, that's going to be $100 cash. Her total bond is $150 cash bond. Stay away from the Walmart at 844 Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. And she's not allowed to consume any illegal drugs, and she's not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages. Her next court date will be September 25th.
Thank you, Judge.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that was Mr. Murphy. And Mr. Murphy, tell me again your client's name.
23 Cortez Mayan.
Okay. Cortez Mayan is accused of simple battery against a person who is pregnant at the time of the offense, simple battery and giving false information to an officer. His accusation is 25 CR 5525J. Mr. Mayan, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Dennis Murphy. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
20. Wanted out of Cobb. 2023 battery DV conviction. 2018 criminal attempt to commit robbery. False report of a crime conviction. 2013 ag battery, ag assault, possession of a firearm during the commission. A vice charge and false information conviction.
Okay, when was this?
13.
Very good. All right, thank you. Ms. Falk?
And let me just make sure I am correct on this. He is currently wanted, Mr. Howard?
Got a Cobb County hold. That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
Okay, and do we know, because I can't see what the hold is for. Do we know what the hold is for at this time?
I can try to see it.
Judge, there, I'm back. Sorry.
I don't know. I will have to go to my desk and check it.
Okay, then don't worry about it. I just know that sometimes you can see it and I can't. Okay, so Your Honor, this incident happened back on September 11th, 2025 at 2492 St. Paul Avenue Northwest in Atlanta. Officers responded to a call from Miss Demetrica Myhand. She stated that the defendant, her brother, was irate and had removed. She wanted her brother removed from the residence because he was irate and destroying her property. She stated earlier that day he had taken his girlfriend's vehicle without permission. He then returned began yelling, screaming, verbally abusing her, calling her a bitch. He also did kick in the door of the apartment, causing it to come off of its hinges. She did provide photographic evidence of that and damage to the room. And the defendant also pushed her in front of her daughter, who is ZW. ZW also gave a statement letting the officers know that she had seen her mother pushed. Miss My Hand at the time was pregnant. And so that was what those charges were related to. He did give the officers a false name of Cortez Jones, which was then later determined to be false. I'm assuming due to the fact that he was wanted in DeKalb County. The defendant currently, it does not appear, has a bond set on any of these charges. We would ask for a $2,500 surety bond, $1,000 on each of the simple batteries, $500 on the giving false name to a law enforcement officer, no further contact with Miss My Hand, stay away from the location, which is 2492 St. Paul Avenue Northwest in Atlanta. We are also asking for alcohol, drug, or weapons, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We did have an opportunity to speak with Miss My Hand. She stated she wants the defendant to receive help as his behavior began after grieving the loss of his daughter. And she also is not wishing to move forward. However, the defendant has a number of other things that need to be considered as part of the Ayala factors. We would like to sound from Ms. My Hand at this time. That's all for the state.
Tarika My Hand, if you'd like to contribute, this is the time. All right, Ms. My Hand, please unmute. I can't hear you. Miss Grace or Miss Champion, can you prompt her to unmute?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right, while we're waiting, Mr. Murphy?
Judge, I believe the hold is for Cobb County.
It is.
And Judge, the participants, my client and the alleged victim are siblings. They were staying with their grandmother. I'd like the court to consider a signature bond in so much as my client has no assets. He's not employed presently, but he would be able to leave the residence and obey by no further contact. He would be housed by his girlfriend, Brianna Fantroy, at the 2500 Center Street, which is an apartment complex in Atlanta. But he does have a hold, Judge. There's no other assets. Again, I realize the gravity of the situation, but this way he could be sent over to Cobb. And again, he has a definitive place to stay while the case is pending and not at the residence that was described.
Unfortunately, he's also got a new felony case from an August 8th, 2024 incident, battery, and what was the other charge? Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. So as far as I can tell, that seems to be the other felony matter holding him at the jail. So I've got the Cobb County hold, I've got this case, got the open felony case, and yeah. All right, Miss My Hand, last chance. Could you please unmute? Otherwise, we'll have to move on. Okay. On the simple battery against a person who is pregnant, the bond's going to be set at $1,000 surety. The simple battery is going to be a $500 surety, and giving false information to an officer is a $500 surety. His total bond is going to be a $2,000 surety. No further violent contact with Demetria My Hand. I think I'm going to require him to stay away from 2492, what was that street, Miss Falk?
Your Honor, it was
Fully noted, Judge.
2500. I'm looking at his other warrant, 2492 St. Paul Avenue Northwest in Atlanta.
Okay, so he needs to stay away from 2492 St. Paul Avenue in Atlanta. And within 30 days of posting bond, they'll need to provide us with a new mailing address. All right, courtroom 2. Please, courtroom 2, please unmute. Just a minute, Miss
Okay.
Maya, just a minute. And Miss, yeah,
This is me.
Mr. Myhand.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I didn't say miss. I said Mr. Myhand.
Oh, sorry.
If you have something to say, I'd like to remind you that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. So if you want to say something, you have to waive your right to remain silent, and your attorney is not going to be happy with you.
Judge.
I
So,
get, he's trying to apologize to my sister.
Mr. Mahan, there's no point in making any statement today. I advise against it.
Yes, sir.
All right. As I said, you can have no violent contact with Demetria Myhan. In other words, you can communicate with her. If you want to say something to her, you can call her from the jail, or you can call her after you post bond. But please be sure that you don't have any future physical and verbal altercations with her. But you cannot stay at that St. Paul location. You'll need to find a new address and provide it to us within 30 days. Once you post your $2,000 bond, you will have the matter in Cobb County to address, as well as the felony matter to address in this court. Thank you.
That's all I have, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Next court date is September 25th.
It's too late for me to speak. I'm sorry.
No, you can speak. I've already set a bond. What would you like to say?
Oh, I was trying to asking for signature bond also because I know
He
he
doesn't
has.
qualify for one because he's got open cases.
And never mind.
He's a big boy. He's got to take care of his problems. Okay? All right. Thank you, Miss Myhan. You're free to go.
Next is position 1, Mr. Adams.
What?
Javon Adams is accused of 3 counts of simple battery family violence. His accusation number is 25 CR 5523F from September 6th of this year. Mr. Adams, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
6. Here's an open pretrial case, simple battery DV. It's 24 CR 006 995F. Another open case for speeding, HOV lane violation, reckless driving, DUI. 24 CR 003 694F. 2016 petty larceny conviction.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On his 24 CR case, he was given a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2, no further violent contact with Sybil Gill, 2-day anger awareness, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no alcohol, drugs, weapons, or guns. That was given by Judge Mincy on October 11th of 2024. In this case, Your Honor, he on September 6th of 2025, he again had a physical altercation with Miss Gill. He pushed her head against a cabinet, slapped her on the right arm, and grabbed her. They were still living together at the residence at 998 Redford Drive Southeast at the time of this incident, so it is a family violence. And she stated that they had been in a verbal dispute. He grabbed her by the clothing near her chest, struck her head against a cabinet, and while grabbing her stated, "I'll kill you, bitch. You think I'm playing with you?" She started crying. He told her he did not care if she called police, and then left the residence. The Miss Gill did confirm that the defendant was driving the same black Dodge that had been observed earlier, and that he had physically abused her on multiple prior occasions, and that she did wish to move forward. She also stated that that her children, JA and JA, were inside of the residence during the incident but did not witness the assault, and he is the father of both children. We are asking in this case, Your Honor, for a $3,000 cash bond, no further contact with Miss Gill. We are also asking for a stay away from 998 Redford Drive Southeast in Atlanta, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Due to the fact that the defendant was already on bond when he committed a new offense against Ms. Gill, we do have some serious concerns that he is a risk of reoffense and a risk to the victim in this case. He also has another open case. Obviously, it is not the same type of contact, but it is still concerning. This is his third case, open case with our office. That's all for the state. We would like to sound from Ms. Sybil Gill if she would like to speak.
Ms. Gill, Sybil Gill, if you'd like to contribute? No? Okay. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Adams is 31 years of age. He's lived in the Atlanta area for 8 years now. He has, sorry, he is currently employed at Path as a maintenance tech. He does help support his two children, an 11-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. We have no objections to a stay away as well as no further contact. We would be asking if the court would set a $1,000 surety bond on this charge.
Okay. As you know, for his prior case, 24 CR 006995F, he was given a $2,000 signature bond to pretrial, so that's now been surrendered. So he'll need to post a $2,000 surety bond in that case. I'm not certain about the speeding and DUI case. I'm not sure what's the status of that matter. But in this one, his bond is going to be $2,000 on each count, and that's going to be a $6,000 cash bond only. No further contact with Sybil Gill. No further contact with the children that he has with her. He's to stay away from 998 Redford Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. He's not allowed a one-time visit. He's not to communicate with Miss Gill and the children in person, through mail, email, third-party phones, computers, and even on social media. The state is more than welcome to advise Ms. Gill to obtain a family violence order. And we are going to reset both the current case and his former case. And Ms. Grace, that would be 24 CR 006995F to September 25th. I don't know what's the status of his DUI case.
Let me take a moment to.
It's just open, that's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Then let's go ahead.
Right.
go
I was
and
going to
reset
get that case number for you as well, Your Honor.
24 CR 003694F. So, Ms. Grace, that will reset all three cases to September 25th.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And it doesn't show he had. It looks like the second case, the DUI case, were citations. So he doesn't have a bond on that case.
Okay.
Can I speak?
You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say about your cases, your statements can and will be used against you by the prosecutor especially. But if you want to waive your right to remain silent, you do so at your own detriment.
I just want to know about the bond. Is it a cash bond? Can I use bail bond? That's it.
On the new case, the 3 counts of simple battery, you have to pay cash only. On the previous case involving Sybil Gill, you can go through a bonding company, and that would be a $2,000 surety bond because your signature bond has been revoked. And let me check on your DUI case, 24 CR 003694F. All right, he looks like he doesn't have a bond. He was released on citations. And this was from 2022. Ms. Grace, Do you see his older DUI case, 24 CR?
Yes, ma'am, I see it.
003694F? He's got 6 charges: HOV lane violation, speeding, reckless driving, driving under the influence of alcohol. I'm going to set a $1,000 bond on each count, and that would be a $6,000 signature bond through the jail. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. And no driving unless he has a valid license, adequate insurance, and proper registration. So I've set a bond for all your 3 open cases. If you don't post bond, we will see you on the 25th of September. If you do post bond, please make sure that you comply with these conditions.
Post bond for all 3 cases.
All 3 cases. The 3rd case, the DUI case, is the signature bond through the jail.
Okay.
So your total bond is a $6,000 cash bond only, and a $2,000 surety bond, and a $6,000 signature bond.
Understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Next is position 29, Mr. Thomas.
Kirk Thomas is accused of theft by shoplifting from September 10th of this year, case 25 CR 5545C. Mr. Thomas, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors?
18, 2025 probation, 2018 probation, 2016 failure to appear, battery DV conviction, simple battery conviction, shoplifting conviction, and burglary first offender. That's all 2016.
Okay, not a good year. Okay. Ms. Falk, what's your recommendation?
Your Honor, he already has a $1,000 surety bond set on this case. We're asking that that remain the same. He was at the Walmart as well at 844 Cleveland Avenue Southwest in East Point on September 10th. He had been kicked out of there before and been given a criminal trespass warning. The defendant had gone into the location, taken approximately $55 worth of clothing, tried to go past all points of sale without paying. He was then stopped by asset protection. The officers then asked him, has he been stopped at the Walmart before for theft by shoplifting? He said yes, and he was familiar with the trespass warning. He was then placed under arrest. The previous incident had been on June 8th of 2024, the previous time he had shoplifted from that same Walmart. We are asking that the bond remain as set. He stay away from Walmart located at 844 Cleveland Avenue Southwest in East Point. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and that's all for the state.
All right.
Oh, and a social worker visit. I do apologize because it does appear he is unhoused.
Okay. Mr. McLean, his bond is currently set at $1,000 surety. Anything to add?
Your Honor, we realize he has the 2016 FTA, but Your Honor, he's asking the court consider lowering the bond to a signature bond or the equivalent by being a small cash bond. He believes that the June 8th matter was the clothing and that the other matter more recently was not. So he feels like his recent history is being doubled compared to reality.
Okay.
But high school graduate, he works retail, has worked logistics, restaurant work. Currently, he's unemployed. So if the court were to give him a small bond on cash, he would have to get a relative to loan it to him and pay them back.
Bond set at $75 cash bond to stay away from the Walmart at 844 Cleveland Avenue in East Point, and to stay away from all Walmart stores in Fulton County, Georgia. His next court date is September 25th. No illegal drugs, no alcohol or weapons. Thank you.
Next is position 32, Mr. Wright.
They ready?
I'm not sure. And Deputy, may we take the next case, and after that, Mr. Wright can.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have to call a relative.
Mr. Thomas can discuss the case later with his attorney. Enoch Emmanuel Wright is accused of misdemeanor possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce and possession and use of a drug-related object from September 11th, 2025. Mr. Wright, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
2025 driving without a valid license. They put him on 12 months probation for that. I got a 2014 hit and run. That's it.
All right. On the misdemeanor possession of marijuana, that's going to be $100 signature bond through the jail. And count 2 is going to be a $400 signature bond through the jail. This is a $500 signature bond through the jail. And he'll need to report to court when summoned. Thank you.
Next is position 22, Mr. Miller.
So, bro, I'm sorry.
Everybody.
22? Okay.
Your Honor, we are also going to ask on that signature bond through the jail that he stay away from 1959 Moreland Avenue, which is the big food mart.
Okay. Miss Grace, did you get that address for Mr. Wright? He can't go shopping at the big food mart.
1959 Moreland Avenue.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's in DeKalb or Fulton?
It's in DeKalb. It's in Fulton.
Okay. Every time I hear Moreland, I always ask. All right. Okay, Carl Carey, Karry Miller, is accused of 4 misdemeanor charges: criminal trespass, willful obstruction of an officer, and 2 counts of giving false name to the officer or giving false information to an officer. September 11th, 2025 is the incident date. Case 25 CR 5541H. Any priors?
14. 2020 theft out of Texas. 2014 stalking conviction. 2012 probation and shoplifting conviction.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. This happened back on September 11th of 2025. The defendant, if I may just have a moment, was at the, went to the parking lot at 712 Ponce de Leon Place, Northeast in Atlanta. He had been there before. It's the parking lot belonging to Charles Rohrig, and he had been there before and been criminally trespassed from that location and returned without permission. The defendant also lied about his name and the spelling of his name and date of birth to the officers when they tried to inquire to gather information on him to place him under arrest. As far as the giving false name is in the alternative with the willful obstruction. So the defendant has a $600 surety bond on the criminal trespass and a $600 surety bond, if I'm not incorrect, on the willful obstruction. We ask that the $1,200 bond remain as set, but be spread out over the 4 counts at $300 surety bond for each count. Stay away from Mr. Rohrig's property at that Ponce de Leon Place address, and no further contact with Charles Rohrig, Rohrig.
Got it.
And stay away from 712 Ponce de Leon Place Northeast. We would like to sound for Mr. Rohrig, and that's all for the state.
Wow. We don't have anyone else. Everyone's left us. So
just wanted to check. Thank you,
Mr. McLean, I'm inclined to do a $15 cash bond on the trespass and a $500 signature bond through the jail for each of the remaining charges. If he wants to go back to Mr. Rohrig's driveway, it will cost him $15.
I understand. Thank you.
So this is a $1,515 split bond. His next court date is going to be September 25th, and he needs to stay away from 712 Ponce de Leon Avenue, the home or the premises of Charles Roerig. If you want to go back to Mr. Roerig's place, make sure he has cash in his pocket. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, it is Ponce de Leon Place. I actually think it is a different street.
Ponce de Leon Place, excuse me. Okay.
Thank you. And Your Honor, could we have a social worker visit for housing before
He's got
his SAT?
it seems he has an address on Ponce de Leon Avenue. Is he residentially challenged, Mr. McLean?
No, he's got the 458 Ponce, but was that SOBJ?
For counts 2, 3, and 4, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Right. I didn't see an address on the warrant, so I didn't realize he had a residence. Thank you.
Does live nearby, we'll put it that way, but boundaries are involved here.
Next case.
Position 24, Mr. Owens. Don't go on that place.
Darius Owens is accused of loitering and prowling, willful obstruction of an officer, and criminal trespass from September 11th of this year, case 25 CR 5526H. Mr. Owens, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any priors?
6. We got an open battery DV out of Douglas County. Open simple battery DV out of Douglas. Open shoplifting out of Douglas. 2024 failure to appear.
Thank you. Ms. Falk, will you
Yes,
go
Your
forward
Honor.
the bond in place?
Yes, there is a $4,000 surety bond in place. Defendant it appeared as though he may have been trying to steal equipment at the location of 667 Auburn Avenue Northeast. He was at that location wearing a black ski mask and all black clothing, rummaging through lockers in the employee only section. The officers did try to detain him, and he fled on foot after being told he was lawfully detained. We are concerned, given the fact that he does have that FTA, that he will not appear for court. That's all for the state. And we're asking, I apologize, for a stay away from 667 Auburn Avenue Northeast, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Mr. McLean?
He's 30 years old. He does have Douglasville address, Wembley Drive. Let's see, his emergency number, his dad is local, so that's a 404. He's been in Georgia, I guess, all his life. High school plus 1 year of college, has worked in a restaurant, has worked in a warehouse. He would ask the court to set the bond as low as possible. That's all, Your Honor. He's basically a local person and knows where to stay away from.
So Mr. Owens understands that he's got multiple open cases. They all seem to be in Douglas County, and he's got a 2024 FTA that disqualifies him from a signature bond. On the loitering and prowling is 1,000 surety. The willful obstruction is a 500 surety, and the criminal trespass is a 1,500 surety. His total bond is 3,000. It is a surety bond. Stay away from 667 Auburn Avenue in Northeast Atlanta. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and his next court date is September 25th. Thank you.
Next is add-on 3, Mr. Pratt.
Okay.
Who's that?
Right.
Sorry, let me go into that. And Alex J. Pratt's case number is 25 CR 005550D. And Mr. Pratt has an accusation charging him with simple battery, family violence, simple battery against a person who is pregnant, and willful obstruction of an officer. Alleged incident date is September 10th of this year. Mr. Pratt, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any prize, Mr. Howard?
Or 2022 simple battery DV that was dismissed. 2018 fade to appear.
Mr. McLean? I'm sorry, Ms. Falk?
This happened at 4001 Lakemont Drive in Atlanta. Miss Pratt, who is Miss Asia Kennedy, who was pregnant at the time, was pinned up against a door by the defendant. The officers were actually flagged down by an anonymous female who stated she heard occupants in that apartment fighting, and that the male inside the location would try to flee from law enforcement, trying to use the back door. At that point, the officers went to the door, knocked on it, and heard a female yelling "move" while the officer was knocking. It appeared he was not letting her come to the front door. At that point, they recalled for the apartment complex to bring a key so they could get inside. The officer kept trying to knock, and he heard a sound as though the male were inside the apartment. They did not receive an answer. At that point, the officers were able to get into the apartment. Since it was an exigent circumstance, they were able to take the defendant into custody, and they did speak to Miss Kennedy, who stated it was a verbal dispute about him not leaving the front door open while she brought items inside of the apartment. It escalated, and then he pinned her up against the wall, up against the front door, and was yelling at her. When asked why she didn't come to the door when law enforcement was knocking, she said she didn't because the defendant told her not to. And he claimed that nothing had occurred, even though given the very unusual behavior on his part. I will say that the bond is, there is no bond currently set on this case. We are asking for a $2,000 surety bond on the simple battery family violence, a $1,000 surety bond on the simple battery against a person who was pregnant at the time of the offense, and a $2,000 surety bond on the willful obstruction of law enforcement officer, for a total of a $5,000 surety bond. Stay away from the address located at 4001 Lakemont Drive in Atlanta. No further contact with Asia Kennedy. We are also asking for no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and that's all for the state. We would like to sound for Miss Asia Kennedy if she is present and would like to speak.
Asia Kennedy? No. Okay. Mr. McLean, on count one, simple battery family violence, that's going to be a $1,500 bond. Count two is going to be $2,000, and count three is going to be $500. His total bond is going to be a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. He is to have no further contact with Asia Kennedy. He is to stay 200 yards away from her and not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner until further order of the court. Also to stay away from 4001 Lakemont Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. He's allowed a one-time visit to the location to retrieve his belongings, and then after that, he'll need to update the court with his new mailing address within 30 days. He'll also enroll in a domestic violence program and complete all 24 classes at his expense. And if this case is still open and pending, and he still has the no contact and stay away in place, and she has the child, then Mr. Pratt will have to file a legitimation case in order to get parenting plan in place by court order to have visitation and joint custody with the child. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Thank you.
24 classes. 24. It's about $600. Next are wage cases. That's position. We can start with position 12.
All right. Do we have any folks that have released?
Yes, sir.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've addressed all the cases on the add-on calendar. And the waiver, I'm sorry, which one did you say is first?
Well,
12.
Well, oh, what about Michael Duckworth, position 9?
Positions 9 and 26 are both going to be medical resets.
Okay, so position 9 is reset to September 13th, and position 26 is going to be Larry Riley, is a medical reset to September 13th. All right, so that brings us to position 12, Paul Matthews Forreas, 25 CR 5276C. I've already set a bond for Mr. Forreas. I think it was 3,000 surety,
was it 1,000?
or was it 1?
Maybe. Thinking it might have been 1, but I'm not sure.
Let me check and
I
see.
can. Yep.
Forreas, position 12. This was the one where we went through multiple resets and he had not appeared. This is his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th C calendar date. And
Your Honor did set a 3,000, 1,500 on the reckless conduct, 1,500 on the simple battery.
okay. And yeah, and no further contact with Andrew Samples. So Mr. McLean, shall I reset it for September 25th?
Yes, Your Honor, I stand corrected on the other. Your Honor, he says that he's worked in a restaurant as a cook. He has a high school education and he asked for as low a bond as possible. I don't know what was going on with all the resets. I didn't meet him before today, but he is communicative and I don't get it on why he didn't come to court before. He is in medical observation. Maybe that's a problem.
So are you asking me to reduce the 3,000 surety?
Right. If it could be something like 1 or 2, that would be appreciated by him.
All right, Ms. Falk, I've read the warrant and this one involves a firearm tussle. So I'm not sure how much lower I can go.
The state had asked that the bond remain as set. There's not actually, and I think my concern is he still has not appeared before the court. I don't know if this is maybe an 11 a.m. issue or I'm not sure what's going on, but I think the defendant would need to appear before the court so we can get a better understanding of what is happening here.
All right, Mr. McLean, I agree with Ms. Falk. Let him know that he needs to appear for SAP and we want to eyeball him.
We'll let him know.
Thank you. So Forreas is going to reset to September 25th and keep his $3,000 surety bond. Do you need to issue another bond order, Ms. Grace, or are we good with that?
Yes, ma'am. What's the reckless conduct?
Was 1,500 on each count, no further contact with Andrew Samples, and no firearms, no drugs, and no alcohol.
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay, thank you. And then the next waiver case I have is position 19, Renard McLeod, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, this is a PI charge for September 11th, 2025, case 25 CR 5539G. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
$13, 2025, same charge. 2019 robbery, trespass from 2017. He's homeless.
Okay. And I think there was a $2,000 surety bond, or am I off?
There was a $1,000 surety bond set on this because it was bound over from the Municipal Court of Atlanta. We're asking that that bond remain as set and he stay completely away from Georgia Tech property where this incident happened.
Okay.
We're
Mr.
also asking for a social worker visit for possible MH issues.
Mr. McLean, that's sounds reasonable considering his current situation.
Your Honor, I noticed the Georgia Tech police report said, we offered for him to go to the diversion center and services, but he declined, so we placed him under arrest instead.
Do you think he might speak to our social worker?
He might, so I would think it might be worth a shot.
I think so too. $1,000 surety bond, stay away from all Georgia Tech property and have a social worker visit. And we hopefully will have more enlightenment by September 25th. The next matter is with, I have Kaleem Paxson, is that correct?
Earlier, they took him, Central took him, they said his bond was paid.
Oh. All right, so Mr. McLean, was that supposed to be your client?
I think it would have been, Your Honor. I never met the person. I think they were.
Okay, so hopefully he's been released on bond and that will be further notice.
Your Honor, just confirming First Choice Bonding Company paid his $1,000 surety bond.
Sounds good. All right, then that brings us to LaKendrick Wells, position 31.
Now, that one I don't know about.
Well, somebody waived his presence. Did you, Mr.?
Oh, he wasn't waived, but he wasn't on the full sheet either. And when I went to Odyssey, there were only felony cases. So
Okay, so let's see now. He had a. Why is he rescheduled for September 18th?
Right. I remember this one. I think it got a little mixed in. This was actually one that he had been to felony court. Felony court had a first appearance on him. And then at a preliminary hearing, or maybe not, let me not say preliminary hearing, the assistant DA reduced his charges to misdemeanors and we accused it. It needed to go on the SAP. It shouldn't have come on the SCA calendar today.
All right. And can you tell me how it was reduced? Because right now he still has a $13,000 bond on simple assault, ag assault.
They reduced the aggravated assault to, let me go back and look at her notes. The original, the DA who transferred it. Okay, so this was reduced on September 11th by one of the ADAs. She changed the aggravated assault to simple assault. So that's how he had 2 counts of simple assault, a disorderly conduct, and a terroristic threats.
Okay.
The bond that was already set on it had been set when it was up in the DA's office, and then it was transferred down.
Oh, and he's already got a SAP date of September 18th.
Correct.
Okay.
I had let the clerk's office know that it needed to go. He's already gotten a bond and it wasn't for SCA, but it got mixed in with the other cases since it got accused this morning.
Okay, so his current bond is 13,000 surety bond. The ag assault has been reduced to simple assault, and his next SAP date is September 18th. And I think that concludes our calendar. So let me just go over the add-on calendar, and I'm sorry, Miss Grace, you may have to help me with this one.
It's okay, but can you break down position 31? You said what charge was reduced?
The second count, which says simple assault, that was previously ag assault, and that's been reduced to simple assault, and that one is a $9,000 bond. Count 1 is a $1,000 surety. Count 2 is a $2,500 surety, and count 4, disorderly conduct, is a $500 surety, for a total of a $13,000 surety, reset to September 18th. All right, we good, Miss Grace?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on the add-on calendar, position number 1, heard That was a $5,000 split bond. Position 2, Matthews, was a 2,500 surety, reset September 25th. Position 3, Pratt, is a 4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Position 4, Ramirez, is a $3,000 cash bond only, reset September 25th. Position 5, Ward, is a $150 cash bond, reset September 25th. 6, Woods, is a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Position 7, Worthen, is, I don't remember.
$3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1.
Okay.
No further violent contact with Jaden Worthen for anger awareness classes. It was 2 on the family violence battery, 1 on the simple battery.
Okay.
What'd you say the bond was for number 6?
On 6, Woods was 1,500
Okay.
signature bond through pretrial level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're good on the add-on calendar? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Position 1 on the SAP calendar, not SAP, C calendar, excuse me. Adams was a 6,000 cash bond, and we're going to reset that case along with his 2 other cases. I set a $6,000 signature bond through the jail on his speeding DUI case. All right, Akins, position 2 is a $100 cash bond, September 25th. Position 3 is a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 4, Batista is he's got a $600 signature bond through the jail, and that is still reset to September 25th, pending an ICE hold. 5, Barrios Luna is a 1,500 signature bond through the jail. 6, Blackman is a 4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 7, Brown is a $1,300 surety, reset September 25th. Doxy, position 8, is a split bond. I think it was a $2,000 split bond. 1,000 surety, and then the remaining charges each have a 500 signature bond through the jail. 6, Duckworth is a medical reset to September 13. Position 10, Evans is a 5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 11, Ford is a $2,500 surety, September 25th. 12, Ferozas is a $3,000 surety, reset September 25th. 13, Hall is a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. 14, Harvey is a $200 cash bond, reset September 25th. 15, Howard is a it was a $1,000 surety bond, reset
Yes, Your Honor,
September
that's what I have.
25th. 16, Jemison is a 2,500. Was it a total of a 5,000?
1,025 on each charge, right?
Repeat, Ms. Grace?
5,000 total.
Okay, so this was a 5,000 surety bond, reset September.
No, Jameson?
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
Jameson's
pretrial.
5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2
Yeah.
with DVIP and random screen, sorry.
No contact, right?
Correct.
All right.
All right, Perla Kiner, position 17, that's a 2,500 surety, reset September 25th, and we're going to reset that along with our other open case. 18, Lester is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 19, McLeod is a, was that a
$1,000 good bond.
$1,000?
1,000 surety.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's right. Reset September 25th. Medrano is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 21, Mercer is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 22, Miller is a split bond, and that's a $1,515 split, $15 cash and 1,500 signature bond through the jail. 23, Myhan, that's a I want to
Yeah.
say 2,000 surety bond.
That's what I got.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Owens is a 3,000 surety bond, reset September 25th. 25, Paxton's been released and further notice. 26, Riley is reset to tomorrow. 27, Roberts is a $4,000 split bond. Count 1 is a signature bond through pretrial level 1. Count 2 is a surety bond. 28 Smith is $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 29 Thomas is a $75 cash bond. That was 29, yeah. 30 is a $25 cash bond. 31 is a $13,000 surety bond reset to September 18th. And 32 is a, I want to say,
500 jail.
signature bond through the jail. All right, we good? Any corrections? Okay, Martha Tate, I have a feeling she may have been in the wrong Zoom. If you want to unmute and start your video. Miss Grace, or Miss Champion, are they responding to your prompts? Martha Tate, last call.
No, ma'am, they're not responding.
All right, in that case, we'll conclude this calendar. Everyone have a great and safe weekend. Martha Tate, did you want to ask anything?
Yes, I'm trying to check on my daughter Shanty Tate.
What kind of charges does she have?
I really don't know. I'm not from here. I've been here all day at the jailhouse, and they say that she is supposed to have court today at 11:30.
Oh, that would be felony. That would be with
Right.
Superior Court. We are doing misdemeanor.
Oh,
This
so
is
I'm at the
state
wrong
court.
one?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on. Jackie Tate, is that her legal name?
Shanty.
Shanty.
Uh-huh.
I
Shanty.
have the case number if you need it, Your Honor.
Go ahead. Maybe Miss Tate can write it down too. 25
Miss.
PI.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Miss Falk. I'm just writing down the first four.
25 PI 007511.
And did she get a bond? Do you know?
I can't tell, not based on the jail screen.
Can you repeat that again, please? I appreciate it.
The case number is 25 PI. Hold on, let me go back to that. I was at another screen really quickly.
007511.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. And she was seen by the Superior Court magistrate today, and she received a bond. Are you listening, Ms. Tate?
Yes, I am.
All right. She received a $20,000 surety bond. Oh, CRA. 20,000. Her charge is armed robbery.
And Miss Tate, just to let you know, she also has a hold out of Henry County. So even if that bond is paid, she will not be released. She'll have to be released to that hold.
Yes, I understand that. I checked on that today too.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right. Thank you all. I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna try to get out of here.
No problem. Thank you for waiting. Okay. All right, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Please be safe, and I'll see you all intact on Monday morning. Take care.
All right. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Tucker. Miss Grace, I'll wait patiently for you. Take your time.
No problem sending them over right now, Judge.
All right. Thank you. Take care, Mr. McLean. Be good.
Have fun.
I'll see you tomorrow.